think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs into my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane, it's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it, I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty.
Stewart here with another late night THFC rants. Let's go. 1-0 at home. Undefeated at home so far this season. Sorry for the late start, but Bob Spur TV just wouldn't stop. I waited as long as I could, Bob. Piss off. Everybody's showing the piss off stuff on the day. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? I'm doing good. Starting to get a little bit swole in my my plan to lose weight. I don't know, but it's the face look a little thinner. Gone down from 22% body fat to 17.9 as of today in 2 weeks. So that's quite a bit. The weight has stayed the same, putting on the muscle. And so make sure you smash that like, hit the subscribe button while you're at it. If we hit on this show tonight, how many we got? 34 people watching right now. That'll probably jump up to about 65 in the next 25 minutes. If we hit 70 likes, I'm going to give away another 5 free memberships to the channel. So if you want to do that, make sure you smash that like button. But for what we got going on tonight, we do have some people joining the back. If you do want to join the show, make sure that you hit that button there, it's pinned to the top. It's pinned to the top, and you can join the show and have your say. But let's see what we got going on first today. Eat white rice. I don't know what's going on with the white rice thing. It's a little bit weird, but I eat brown rice because I'm on a diet. Today is my only day. What does I say? Beast mode on. That's right. Today's the only day of the week that I'm allowed to drink. So I'm allowed 500 milliliters of wine, red wine, a week. And that's what's in the shaker cup here today. But before we start bringing people on, let's see who's in the comments saying what's up. I'm gonna skip the ones that I already put up during the intro, but we do have Joseph Monahan, Alexander's Hill, of course, Carl Simpson, Ellie, My Lost Temple, Stewart 727. I like your name, but you spell it wrong. Mark Swift. No, Mark, you can't get in the shower with me. Adam Phillip is in the house. My good friend Aaron. Mr. DP. Eshak's here. Paul Brown is here. Ron Vignac is here as well. Lisa, long time no see. Glad to see you in the chat as well. Bobby K is in the house. Mr. Batter. I forgive you, Batter. I'm not one to hold a grudge. I forgive you, Mr. Batter. Who else is here tonight? Jago is in the house. What's up, Mr. Jago? Joseph Monahan in with the €2 super chat right off the bat. Nothing typed in there, but he put in big up, so we'll take that as well. If you do want to support the channel, if you want to help me out, feel free to super chat or super thanks. If you're watching this back, just hit the little heart button, slide over to the side a little bit on your phone, hit the heart button, and you can put in there. Looks like Bob Spur TV renewed his membership for 2 months at the Levy level. Big up, Mr. Bob Spur TV. Great show, by the way, tonight. It was good, fun. Always love the show. 10-inch Allen is here, and a weirdo on In the Wall Never. Bob Spur here. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. In fact, it actually gave me a little bit extra time. I always like a little extra time. But I do have to go to bed earlier now that I'm trying to get lean. I gotta have that recovery sleep, if you know what I mean. So no worry about it. But he says, apologies for going on so long. Will Jit. Oh yeah. There was some weirdo by the name of Cubed who took the show to the gutter. No problem. No problem. Maybe Cubed will join our show too. She's on the West Coast here in the United States, so it's only like 6 p.m. for her. Maybe she'll have some dinner and come on the show. Elian with the big 17.99 pound super chat says, I want to see if Mark makes it to your house and gets in the shower with you. Will. Not gonna happen. I like Mark. Mark is a big, long time supporter of the channel. Always follows me wherever I go. But Mark has the wrong bits to get in the shower with me, unfortunately. It's just not how Will rolls. Nothing wrong with it. That's just not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. We got the Roman numeral king in the house again. Big up to the Roman numeral king. But let's start to bring in the folks in the back. In the back. So let's lower the stream music here. Hit the pause button on it. Pause button on it. There we go. And let's hit this one here. I still need to find a theme music. Put it on the shower cam. Shower beer. Do you guys remember that trend back in the day on Facebook? The shower beer trend? I don't know if anybody remembers that. If that's just an American thing, I don't know. But we got him in the back. He's on the keto diet himself. You know why? Because all he does is eat steak. Steak is in the house.
I'm good.
So are you in the carnivore or the keto? Both of those are meat-only diets, so...
Yeah, might as well be both.
Both at the same time,
yeah.
Right? The carnivore and the keto going on, and all that stuff. The next guy that I do... Oh, sorry. Your thoughts on the game today, short and quick. What do you think?
I was there. First half was dull. Second half, we played a lot better. This reminds me a lot of when Conte first came in the last season. But we wouldn't do much in the first half, but we're doing much better in the second.
Not so good in the first half. The second, I got some thoughts on that. Maybe something that's a little bit outside the box, but on that. But we'll get into it. But before we get into the deeps, down the nitty gritties, big up to the Human Story, the XG Destroyer.
Can it destroy this time?
The XG, I don't know. Did he have any? Did he have an IXG today? I don't think he did. I don't think he had any.
No, but he should have scored. Like,
no big. Big
there's a volley like inside the box where it came to him.
Yeah. He got that one over the top ball, but the Wolves defender closed him down, and actually he had some pretty good defense on there. Because if he would have had half a second more, he would have gotten that shot off, I think. But let's bring in the next guest. And the next guest he is just starting his day, or at least maybe halfway through it. Why can't I read? I really need to put these in alphabetical order. But you know him and you love him. He always comes on to this show at the very beginning, starting it up. He's helping me get lean by teaching me how to fight those kangaroos. Because the kangaroos always got muscle and lean. They don't have a lot of fat on them. Shane B's in the house. What's going on, man?
I will.
Steak.
You know, kangaroo meat's very lean.
Yeah, it's very lean. High in protein, too.
I had kangaroo steak.
Yeah. I love root tail on an open fire. Oh.
There you go. Bean broth and all that stuff. Or tail broth. You ever, so in Korea they have this bone soup where they take the bones of it's called I can't remember right now, but it's basically cow tail, and it's like the bones of the cow tail, and they boil these bones for days, and the smell is absolutely horrible, but the taste of this actual soup that comes after the fact is great.
You're losing what I'm putting on.
Yeah, I got to get leaner, man. I don't know. I don't know if I look leaner or not. You can see maybe a little more arms going on. It's still in the baby stages, so we're only 2 weeks in. 2 weeks in, but from 23% body fat to 18% in 2 weeks. I'm happy with that results. I went on a 6-mile walk today as well. Yeah, so instead of sitting there after the game, I was like, hey, I said to the wife, I said, hey, let's go on a walk. Let's go to like the nature trail or whatever. Packed all the kids up in the car and they complained for the last 3 miles and we walked. But you gotta do what you gotta do. We got Ellie here with another 8.99 pound super chat. Thank you, appreciate it, Ellie. I love Priya Emma Horberg's goal versus Chelsea. That was steak class, goal steak. It was. But we do have another guest to bring on to the show. He's young, but he hasn't started school yet, I don't think. Dan THFC is in the house. Bring him on, show him your love. Bobby told you to go to bed. Why are you still awake? Are you not listening to your elders?
Still beating up his relative.
What's going on, Dan?
What's going on? What's going on? Everybody good?
Hi, Dan. Yeah.
Steak.
There you go, oxtail.
Thank you. Currently in a hotel room. I have a tournament this weekend, so
There you go.
yeah, I'm just doing the Spurs content from here.
Nice city, nice. Who you playing tomorrow? Tomorrow.
To be honest, I don't even know.
What time's your game in the morning, dude?
9 in the morning.
9 in the morning. So that means if I was your dad, I'd be making you go to bed at 11:30.
You'll be making me go to bed by 11.
There you go. 11:30 at the latest, man. 9-10 hours. You got to get that recovery time if you're going to perform on the second day. Did you have games today too?
Yeah, I won. But it's not really a tournament. It's more of a league. But for some reason, they made the leagues like 4 hours away from where we actually practice. I don't know why.
Then we got actually. We'll be coming down to Florida. When are we coming to Florida? Paul is playing in a tournament down in Florida. Let me look it up here while we're watching. Team Snap. Bring up the schedule. You know Team Snap? Does your club use Team Snap?
Yeah, we used last season. We used it, but now we didn't use it. We're just using WhatsApp.
Yeah, we use Team Snap sometimes. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. We're supposed to be switching over to this ECNL app or some crap like that, but
the kits are clean. The kits are actually clean. Like, we usually have some bad kits.
Yeah, Paul's kits this season aren't very good.
I'm gonna grab one because they're actually like surprisingly good.
So we'll be at a ECNLR tournament in Kissimmee, so basically around Orlando, January 20th, 21, and 22nd. So it's a 3-day tournament. So we'll probably be there from Thursday through Monday, because I ain't driving 10 hours back after that last day. So I'm probably going to be booking my hotel Thursday through Monday. So if you want to drive up from Miami to Kissimmee, you can hang out. Or Mari, wherever you are, I expect to see you there, dude. That's all I got to say.
For the uneducated, what's Team Snap?
So Team Snap.
It's just an app to like organize your games, what jersey you're gonna wear for the games, what time it's gonna be, what park it's gonna be. It's just to stay organized.
Team Snap is like a team, sports team organizing app. So you have, your home, your schedule, the roster, the players, the messages. There's like a team, group chat. You can see all your emails. So like, it gives you sends you email notifications. So like if I go to today, there's no game this weekend, but so you got practice, Tuesday at Tuesday at practice, Tuesday 5:30, 7 p.m. and it gives you the directions. You just tap on that button there and boom, it opens it up in the map. You just tap on that.
The home kit.
Right there. It says you can open it up in Apple Maps. It's just kind of an organization thing that helps you get it on. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, and then the away kit is
Miami Breakers. I think I know that club. I think I've seen some of those kits around before.
even nicer because it's the white up top.
I like that one. I like that one. The white one's nice.
And I've got Son's number.
So Kissing Me, she says she owns a place there in New Westgate Lakes. I love Florida. Well, there you go. Hook me up. What do you need to be staying? The only problem is with these tournaments, a lot of the times, this is how the United States is so messed up, right? When you have to go to one of these tournaments, it's what they call stay to play. So the tournament organization sets up the hotels, and not only do you have to pay to join the tournament, but each parent has to pay to stay in the hotel that the tournament chooses.
Yeah.
And it's so dumb. Like, it's like this big.
That sounds like a pain.
Yeah. So there's a team manager, team mom, team dad, who controls all of organizes all of that, and they send out a link, and everybody has to go book their hotels. So like because I travel a lot for work, I am a Hilton Diamond member, and so I get big discounts on hotels and miles and all that stuff. So it's really kind of a pain in my neck because I could get points and stuff like that for staying. I could just book it myself, and at a Hilton branded hotel, something like Hampton Inn or. But I gotta stay at the team hotels, unfortunately. Yeah. But it is who it is. But this is a game day post-match show, and we do need to talk about the game today. We already got Steak's 5-minute thoughts. Shane, what were your 5-minute thoughts?
Terrible in the first half, not much better in the second half. We're lucky to come away with a win. We're eking out these 1 or 2-0 wins. At least we're winning or drawing. We're not losing. Still early in the season. I just don't think we're gelling this season yet.
Yeah, not gelling.
No.
What do you think, Dan? What are your thoughts?
I predicted it. State could back me up on this. I said it since the day before that we were gonna get overrun in the middle if we didn't put 3 in the middle. Because it's exactly the same thing that did to us last time. We were so lucky in that first half not to concede. The second half was way better, but in that first half we just got completely overrun in the middle. They completely dominated us. They obviously don't have that ability to score goals. We've seen that with Wolves overall the last few seasons. Goal from Kane, breaking records as always. And yeah, it's 3 points in the bag. That's pretty much the most important thing. Would you like to see a more comfortable first half?
Okay, so I'm gonna give my thoughts. I didn't think we played that bad in the first half. I thought we defended very well. Attacking wise, maybe we didn't do, but that's kind of our thing now.
Yeah.
Under Conte, is that we don't necessarily come out and attack. But I thought defensively we did very well, and even though they had a few shots, I don't think they had a whole lot on target. They really never tested Lloris. To be honest with you, I'm trying to look at the stats here for the game.
Lloris made a few saves.
Yeah, that free kick and the header.
Yeah, but that's so you got shots on target. They only had 3 out of 20 total shots. They only had 3 on target, so it's not like we gave them a lot of chances. 9 of those were blocked. 8 of them were off target. So 3 of them are on target. So Hugo Lloris, whereas for us, even though we only had 11 shots, 4 of ours were on target. and 5 were off target. So we were far more clinical on the day. If you probably look at the XG, which I usually don't look at the XG for games, I would be willing to bet that we had a higher XG on the day.
Yeah, I think it's like twice the amount.
Yeah,
Well,
should be.
That was mainly in the second half. We had 1 shot on target and 1 shot in the first half.
Yeah, we had 2 big chances. I think we had 2 big chances and 1 missed. And then, which was Harry Kane's header. Those first 2 headers from Harry Kane, especially the first one, I thought he's just completely unmarked. The third one obviously went in, but the second one maybe not so much. It was a little bit farther away, and it was more of kind of like a quick glancing header. But that first one probably should have gone in. Really hard.
We had R9 on
understat
and off
link.
the pitch.
Yeah.
We had R9 on the pitch and off the pitch.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so we are at 1.47. So we should have had, their XG was 0.69. So I don't really think that they dominated us.
In the middle, they did.
I don't know if they've even dominated us in the middle either. So if you look at us, our XG going into...
They went down the wings, usually.
Yeah, the first half, our XG was pretty low. Theirs was fairly high. They were 0.37 in the first half, and we were at like 0.3 in the first half, which is pretty much non-existent. So we didn't really test them or challenge them in the first half. But in that second half, though, man, we were rocking, averaging a goal threat of 1.36 to 0.65. So, it is what it is. I didn't think that we played from what I've been watching all day today. Everybody was like, we played horrible.
Oh yeah,
isn't defending though part of the game? Like I can understand it wasn't entertaining in the first half, but I didn't feel. Did anybody think, oh, they're gonna score on us in the first half? I didn't.
I was. What I was thinking was, those games where like they score on us early and then like we wake up, and those other games where the whole game stays like that and the 82nd minute they score.
Yeah.
So I would have actually rather. I was at the point where I would rather them score in the first half so you could Conte could shake them up in the dressing room. They come out firing and we win the game 3-1 or 2-1. But at the end of the day, he did it anyways in the locker room, and they came out a completely different team. I think that we were poor in the first half. I really think that we were.
That's good. But before we go on though, I do want to bring in the next guest,
Aaron,
all the way from Ireland. It's our good friend Aaron Dub. Top of the evening to you, Aaron.
Top of the morning at this air, brother.
But it's not the top of the morning, is it? Or is it the top of the morning? I don't know.
It is. It's mad o'clock here. It's about 3 a.m. or something like that.
Oh, I guess that is kind of top of the morning, I guess.
Yeah, but as I explained, we don't actually use that expression in Ireland. It's only used in Hollywood, Irish movies. Top of the morning, T-boy. Jesus, how's it going? And did you low? So, yeah, we don't use it here. But, yeah.
Do you guys say the what is it like? It's like Mary, Mother, and Joseph, Johnny.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I haven't heard that since like the
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, Johnny.
Not since the 1980s. Yeah, my mum used to say it when she was giving me a clatter around the ear, like when I was about 7 years old. But I haven't heard it in a long time. We're very modern over here now. We've got electronic donkeys and everything. It's
electronic donkeys. That's nice.
Yeah, for our horse and carts, or trap and donkey. It's
it's a transport.
Real, yeah, exactly right. It's real modern.
Just shove some batteries in.
There you go.
That's it, right. Solar powered donkeys, man.
Solar powered donkeys.
Put some wings on them.
All right. So what's the story? What are we talking about?
We're just talking about the game today. And
by the way, the ref was shocking.
The ref was shocking.
Yeah.
Didn't really. Why?
Why?
No, the amount of fouls they're giving them, not us.
You were at the game stake, were you?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and we should have got the pen as well.
What, the Richarlison one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could.
Mistake. So I'm not saying that the ref they had a great game or anything, but to say that the ref was shocking because they
It
got more
was.
fouls than us. That's the ref was shocking because they got more fouls than us.
No, I'm not saying that. That they were given fouls. What they were given to us. So it wasn't fair.
All right, so we're gonna look at the player ratings early on in the show tonight, because I've seen and heard, and this isn't directed at you, Aaron. I was teasing you earlier, but
I'm watching Emerson in real life.
the last couple of days, even weeks, the amount of Son slander, I think, is absolutely ridiculous. And I want to go over the last 3 matches. So last week, I agree, Son played bad, right? Poor. So did Kulusevski. Son played better than Kulusevski today. He did more for the team, for the result, than Kulusevski did. That's a fact. Right? You can appreciate Kulusevski's kind of energy and his, like, poppiness, but he didn't do anything to impact the scoreline. Nothing. Right? Kane scored the header. Son set up. Right? That's part of that set play. Is you play the corner to the inside post and it's flicked onto the far post. That's a set piece. That's practiced on the training ground. Right? That's why if you watch it back and you see Perisic immediately runs and points right at Son and was like, yeah! Right? Like, because the ball was perfect for him to flick it onto the far post. Like, that was the intent. Right?
I actually liked seeing Perisic take the corners.
But I think that's planned.
Yeah, when it's on a left foot, I think they give it to him. But well, before we get going on this, let's bring in Sandro into the house. Welcome, Sandro. How you doing today, my friend?
Hey, cheers, guys. How's it going?
It's going good. Let's bring these in here. These are the statistical player ratings, and let's see what you guys think about these.
That's a disgrace.
Today.
Kulusevski the worst player.
Yeah.
What the hell? What?
Yeah.
Nah, you can't give Emerson a 7.2. No.
Wow, you thought Emerson was shocking?
Yeah, every time he had the ball, he kept on giving it away. Like when Son was near is about to cross, Emerson was calling for it, and he loses the ball, and then he'd go on a counter attack. Like,
To be fair, I thought Son beat the ball times too.
No, actually, if you want to look at it, Perisic gave the ball away the most today.
yeah, but that's on the other side of the pitch.
I thought Højbjerg gave it away in some key moments. I was really annoyed, actually.
Yeah, Højbjerg gives it away in some key moment. I keep clicking on, I keep trying to click on our screen that we're looking at. And I got to remember that it's over here. So let's look at Højbjerg's, what he did. Played the full 90 minutes, 86 touches. That's a ton. If you remember back in the Chelsea match and it was down in the 40s, you guys remember that when we looked at that last week? That's the difference between. So people saying we played really bad. I didn't think that we played that bad, that well. We had a lot more of the ball today.
The first half, we needed to wake up, and Højbjerg and Bedsko were just standing still.
Yeah, and I thought Højbjerg had a pretty decent game today. There were some things that he did. He lost the ball, not a lot, man. 8 times out of 86 touches. That's huge. That's barely giving the ball away at all. His accurate pass is 96%, and he's 6 for 6 out of his long balls. Right? I mean, that in and of itself is a good achievement. Today I wasn't that upset with Højbjerg. I've been upset with Højbjerg this season, but not today. Today is not one of those days, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he played well.
I thought he played well today. 50% on his ground duels. Defensively too, a lot of clearances, block shot, interceptions, tackles, and dribble pass. I thought Højbjerg had a good game today, personally. I thought Bentancur was a little bit worse on the day.
Yeah.
Only 65 touches, a little bit less, still not bad. 92% is passing, but 1 for 3 on his long balls. And defensively, other than a couple block shots, he didn't do a whole lot. He's like racking in the interceptions and stuff like that, and he didn't really.
Big up Davinson Sanchez.
Yeah, Davinson Sanchez, I think, had a really good game today. 5 clearances, 2 block shots, 3 tackles. 175% of his ground duels, 100% of his aerial duels. Only lost the ball 5 times. Had 54 touches. His passing could be better, especially his long balls. But he had a good game today. Good fill in. Eric Dyer too, I thought played decent today as well. Nothing super spectacular, but a lot of clearances, a couple black shots and tackles. Ben Davies, I forgot that he was on the pitch most of the time, to be honest with you. Gave the ball the most out of the back 3.
Yeah, that's in the first half.
Yeah.
Like, he kept on giving it to Perisic, but he couldn't get it to him.
Get it there. His passing accuracy was pretty low, and it was fairly poor on his long balls as well. And then we got Ivan Perisic here, who I thought had a good game, 52 touches. His passing was a little bit wanting. A lot of key passes, though. So the quality of his passes were high, the ones that did connect.
Yeah, taking more risks.
Yeah, obviously he had the assist. Big chances created was 1. And his dribbling was okay. There was a couple of times there he had a lot of good crosses. His ground duels 1. Defensively, he was all right, but he lost possession 18 times. But had a lot of tackles high up the pitch, so his pressing was good. Huh?
That's a lot. 18 times is a lot.
From his position, 18 times is a lot. Then we're looking at Emerson Royale today, 75 touches, pretty decent on the passing, but again, he can't go forward. Like his cross is horrible, right? 5 out of 1. So going forward, he's awful.
Yeah.
0 for 2 on his long ball passing, 1 out of 5 crosses connected. His dribbling attempts, he only tried once.
Yeah, I saw that. And he got tackled.
Yes, possession loss. He only lost it 11 times. But I mean, defensively, 3 tackles, 1 interception, 1 clearance. For Emerson Royale, defensively sound, going forward, the same problem that we've always had over Emerson, right? And then to the forward line here, Heung-min Son, I don't know why he's getting as much hate as he is. I think people should have learned from last season when he, got the golden boot. And he's already got 1 assist in the first 3 games, but people are
holding him to like a high standard. So they're like, oh, like we're expecting this many goals from Son. So like the fact that he hasn't yet kicked off his season, maybe people are getting a little bit.
Yeah, but here the question for me is, right, he carried the team when Kane didn't score for 14 weeks last season.
Yeah.
We were slating Kane.
No, I was. Right? After he was downing tools, right? But I didn't, right? But that's when the whole Kane tracker thing, right? And once he got 10 goals, he didn't get 10 goals until like game week 20. Right, so 20 weeks into the season before he had 10 goals on the counter. Son was already sitting at like 12 or something like that. Right, people didn't criticize Kane at that time. Right, I was calling for Kane to get benched, and I was hated for it. Right, people were calling me out and saying I was, a Kane hater and all this stuff.
I don't know. Hate you.
I don't know about anybody else, but I was slating Kane a bit at that time.
No, people were slating Son at that time. That's why I went on that whole Son thing. But I don't think so, because Son in the first game was good. Son had played well the first game.
In this game with Son, he never pressed, so people got annoyed.
Yeah, last week he was bad. Right, he had an off game, but so did Kulusevski. They were both wrong. But if you look at the numbers here, he shots on target 1, shots off target 2. He hit the word hook once, right? So His dribble
He missed
attempts
it.
were not very good. His passing
Well,
touches
well,
39.
Will, sorry to interrupt. Can you put Mockeen on a timeout? Because he's been spamming loads of channels with the same thing for
Who?
weeks now.
Mockeen,
Mockeen, the
he's saying
chat.
Sun sucks.
He
said
just
it
repeats
15
the same thing on every single channel.
That's
That's all
fine.
he
He can
types.
say Sun sucks. That's fine. Sun
Ah,
doesn't
it's
suck.
Irritant, man. He should come
He's
on
the
and have a say.
YouTuber. He's the YouTuber rising sun. That's what he is.
I just ignore him, Mr. Moke. If he says something dumb, then but like I'm not gonna time somebody out just for saying Sun sucks because we know that's not true.
He repeats it. He spams it over and over.
If he
so-
spams it multiple times at one time, like if he waits a while before he puts it in again, then I mean that's fine. But like spamming for me is like like copy and pasting it in, right?
All right.
Yeah. And then so here looking at the numbers, he only played 76 minutes, shots on target, so the quantity of shots was decent, right? Hitting the woodwork, bad luck. Number of touches 39, so he got on the ball more than he did against Chelsea, but not a ton. Key passes was 1. He also had a big GCA, goal contributing action, as well. His crosses, you could say, were poor. Ground duels were poor. Possession, he only lost it 16 times.
Yeah, but isn't that like half of the amount of touches he had? So that's
not quite as half, but close. Yeah.
It's almost half. Yeah.
Fouls, 2, was fouled twice. Interceptions, 1. So you could say that he had. I would say for me, this is a below average Sun performance, but it wasn't a bad Sun performance, right? There's a difference between below average and bad, right?
Don't you think that statistical ratings show how they can be inaccurate when you have Richarlison being lower rated than Son in this game?
No, because he wouldn't play as long.
It
Right?
is,
So the longer you're on the pitch, the more
Richarlison's
opportunities to do
scored.
something better.
Richarlison made a bigger impact though.
Yeah.
I don't think how many key
Uh,
passes did Richarlison have?
No, just beating
That's
players.
why.
So look,
That's
so
why.
showing
just
energy.
beats
Hold on.
stats.
Showing energy is not contributing to the team.
It does.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Did Lamella contribute to the team?
Yeah.
No.
Because Lamella didn't have
Patch
quality.
turn.
No, stop. There's what I call energy merchants, and we'll get to the substitutes in a minute. But there's energy merchants, right? Hype merchants. Lucas Moura is one of these too, right? He can come off the bench and impact the game as well with his energy. It doesn't mean that you want him to start ahead of Son Heung-min, right? Completely different things. But let's bring in Hassan into the show tonight with us while we bring it up. What's going on, Hassan? But let's look at Kulusevski, because this is the one that people are saying, oh, he was great today. Was he?
Oh, who
He
was
was.
saying
he?
that?
They carried that whole side of the pitch. If we didn't have
Okay.
Kulusevski, there'd be nothing there.
Well, I mean, look, because he plays
I
the
don't
only one that
care.
plays over there. Of course he played on his side of the pitch. That's his job. All right. No shots. None. Didn't shoot once. Could have, should have. In fact, shot several times. Didn't pull the trigger once. Right? His passing accuracy for himself, right? He's normally in the 90s. He's in the 80s. There's a lot of those passes. You know how he likes to cut back in, cut onto his left foot, and then play a ball back towards the middle? None of them connected. Not a single one. Right? Well, I mean, obviously there were some, because it was 27 out of 33. So 5 of them. But the key passes, he had 3 passes that led to a shot. That's not bad. That's decent. He didn't attempt very many crosses, didn't attempt many long balls. Right? He didn't do a lot. Lost the ball 14 times out of 46 touches.
Yeah, but
Right?
he's
So
under
almost
pressure.
5 more touches than Son and only 2 less losses. Right? So that's not great too. If you're going to criticize someone for losing the ball, you should probably be criticizing Kulusevski, because you're talking like percentages, right? 0. What percent differences. Dribbled past twice. Today, defensively, I thought Kulusevski was bad. He was getting beaten down that left-hand side by that Nunez guy or whatever, that new guy that they got in.
Guedes.
It was Guedes, I think.
Guedes, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, well, I think Kulusevski was poor as well.
Yeah.
I just think
But
honestly,
no, there are
our
other
first-
people that are saying Kulusevski was great today. So Kulu was
Well, he
great
wasn't
today.
great, no.
No,
The
he
Son
It
was
wasn't
awful.
great. It wasn't great.
I think our first half performance was just poor in general, and Kulusevski and everyone in this team, it's not free of that. Like I think everyone was poor. The only players that were really good were probably our defenders because they were keeping the ball out of our net.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could
AS
say that.
Nunes and Guedes.
But
In the first half, the man of the match had to be Lloris.
So Deb says on the right side, Kulu's the only one doing something because Kulu's the only one that plays on the right.
Exactly. No, you've got Emerson there doing nothing.
No, Emerson doesn't count.
He does.
Emerson doesn't count.
He does. That's why
No.
Kulusevski keeps on losing the ball.
Emerson, okay, listen. Emerson never does anything going forward. Never has.
Yeah, that's why he's.
Okay, so
That's passing.
to give Kulu extra points for being the only one to do something on the right when he's always the only one who does anything on the right is not a cool.
I think him being the only one doing anything on the right detriments him because he needs someone to help him.
Exactly.
It didn't detriment him last season in January when he had the most goal contributions of any person in the Premier League. In that time
I think
span.
Doherty was playing with him at that stage.
No.
I think there was a. I think
Doherty played him with like
That's
4 games.
because
That
we had
was it.
Romero on the right centre back.
Yeah, I do think like he still had a poor game, but I do think having Emerson there, like he needs sometimes a 1-2, a quick 1-2
Yeah.
pass back to me.
Emerson
like
can't do
goal,
that.
That goal in the Southampton game, right? Emerson was there. He cut back to him and he got that goal. It was just him, and as good as he is, I don't think he still had a poor game. But I think Emerson definitely impacted how well he played.
See, I think the opposite is. I think because Perisic is so much better, you're going to see less touches for Son because even 39 touches is not a lot. Son normally averages in the 50s, in a 50% right? So because Perisic is so much better, almost like a left winger in and of himself, Son's playing more like a central striker with his back to goal, right? You're not going to see Son get as many touches with Perisic, I don't think, as you will with Sessegnon, right? Because Sessegnon's not able to create like Perisic can, right?
if you watched I think the reason why people are saying that Kulusevski had a great game is because watching the first half and then watching the second half, there was such a big difference between the way we played it. It's like we kicked into gear, like we stepped up a gear. And I think that kind of Kulusevski was sort of it seemed like he was like one of the first players to really break through that right side and start creating more chances. Like I think that Kane header that hit the crossbar, I think it might have been started from like his breakthrough or something. I don't know. He was just creating a lot from the right side.
Yeah, it was his cross. It was his cross.
Maybe. But let's look at Richarlison for a second because everybody said he was amazing.
He was.
I don't think that he was. He didn't do anything, right? He had 16 touches. I mean, he only touched the ball 16 times. Granted, he only played for 14 minutes. That's fine. So 1 touch per minute, basically, on average. A little bit more than that. No key passes. He didn't make any passes. No crosses. No long balls. Right? Defensively in the ground duels. This is what everybody is giving him credit for, is right there. That's it. The dude likes to get stuck in on tackle. That's great. But he didn't do anything to help us attack or to progress in the attack.
I disagree with you, Will. I think he had good hold-up play. I think he held up the play, and when we were on the counterattack, we looked much more deadly in the final 15 minutes of the game.
Hold-up play means that when the ball comes into you, you dish it off to somebody else. He only passed the ball 8 times.
Yeah, but he held it. There was one play where he held it off, and there was only him surrounded by Wolves defenders. Yeah. He waited until I think it was Cess who came on the left side, and then Cess put a ball in, and I think the Wolves defenders.
But one instance, I acknowledge that. One instance does not mean that you had a big impact the entire 15 minutes that you played. That's one instance.
Scored.
He had more of an impact than Son.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Okay, how many goal contributing actions did Richarlison have?
How many goal contributing actions did Son have?
1.
No, that was an assist.
He put in the corner.
It's like 1 every 90 minutes.
Apparently, you don't know what a goal contributing action is.
So, I was sitting in the stands. I passed the ball to the guy, did a throw in. They scored the goal, and so I got a goal contributing action.
Yeah, the assist to the assist.
A key pass.
Hold on. The assist to the assist is a goal contributing action. That's what that is.
But it wasn't even that great a corner. Let's be honest.
No.
Perisic made
It
that
was a
corner.
great corner. Hold on. It
No,
was
it
a
was
great
a great
corner.
corner. It
Hold
was
on.
a great corner because it was
That
planned.
was the plan, right? You watch it. Go watch
Was
it
it?
back.
Perisic nearly dislocated
No,
his
hold
back
on.
trying to get that ball across.
Hold on. Watch the game back. At least that highlight. And where does Perisic go when Harry Kane scores? Does he run to Kane and be like, "You did a good job"? No, he runs straight to Son and goes, "Yeah." Right? Because that was planned. That's how that set piece works. You play it to the near post. The near post guy, who's not a threat to really score, flicks it on, and then the people in the box making the run get it in. That's how that works. But let's bring in C Cubed into the show.
Oh, now we're in
What's going on?
Stay. By the way, Dan's doing a Dembele moment.
Hey boys, how are you?
I'm
Thank you,
mistaking the sang
Thank
in
you.
mistaking him.
What I gotta join the group in the defense for Sunny team.
No,
John Fitzpatrick, I already brought Sun stats up. You can bring those. You can go back and watch it.
well, I feel like sometimes when you do, I'm not saying that you don't watch the game, but sometimes like when you do these statistical ones, it's like you're basing it all on the stats.
Okay, so Dan, I hear what you're saying. Everything that happens in the game is a stat.
Not really.
No, yes, really.
How many dribble passes does Son have?
How many dribble pass did Son have?
Dribble,
Guys-
what is
None.
Will, for
What about
the
Richarlison?
For Charleston,
no, that's not the stat that. Oh god.
none.
There's no stat for hunger and attitude, unfortunately.
I was
and
gonna
think
say that.
Richarlison-
Pass,
Yeah.
dribbled pass.
Yeah.
dribbled
Okay,
pass.
so hunger and attitude is irrelevant.
Yeah, but okay,
But
wait.
But that's what
I think you
Richarlison
can agree,
brought
though.
today.
If you saw when we were like when he came on
Hunger and
against Chelsea,
attitude.
he added something else. Like there was a
Okay,
like,
so hold
some
on.
quickness to
I
our
hear
attack.
I hear you. Okay. That's a substitute's job, right? Is to come onto the pitch and raise the intensity because they're fresh. Hold on. Okay. Look at Richarlison. What has Richarlison done even in the preseason, right, to now, to impact the attack? Nothing.
Physicality.
Nothing. Okay, so physicality, getting stuck in and do all that stuff, that's good, right? But it doesn't help the attack. Okay?
How's the defense?
He's done nothing, right? You're talking about Son Heung-min, who scored 2 goals and assisted 4 from preseason to now, right? So that's impacting the trap. That's contributing to the goal scoring ability of the squad. Okay? Now, Richarlison is a good substitute, but in the times that Richarlison started in the preseason, did he impress? No, he was bang average, right? So you're taking a guy who you know over the past 7 years has contributed at least 25 plus goal contributions a season to sit. So a guy who's maybe for Everton contributed 10 to 15 goals a season to start over him.
No,
is
I
ridiculous.
wasn't advocating for him starting. I was just saying that
No, but that's what
Richarlison
that's
has to get more credit.
That's
I think.
the narrative that's going on right now, though.
Oh, I disagree with
Well,
that narrative.
Oh,
Then.
no,
I think
the
Son
narrative is
deserves to start. I
The
think.
narrative it goes beyond that. It's one thing to say that he should maybe, be benched, have a rest, which is already like I don't necessarily agree with, but that's one. There is such an intense narrative that it's Son is shit. We should sell him. We're gonna regret having not sold him this summer when we could have gotten a better price for him. Like that is what is actually being said. Like he's the worst person to pitch. Like that level of criticism and just hate. It's one thing to say he's, hey, Richarlison, maybe we should give him more minutes or whatever. Like I don't feel like some of us like more like Son supporters are not necessarily saying, hey, Son had a great game, like had a good game the last like few games, but the amount of just pure, just like, basically I would say just like hate, disloyalty, like disrespect towards Son after like 3 games is pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, I've said it today, and I said it last week that last week Son had a bad game against Chelsea, right? I don't think that he had a bad game against Southampton. I thought he had a good game against Southampton, and this is like there's a comment here. You're being too one-dimensional. I'm not. I feel like people are judging Sonny based on the fact that he hasn't scored yet. That's being one-dimensional. There's a whole lot more to football. His runs off the ball, his defensive work, his contribution to the press, his contribution to the defense, all of those things are part of the game, which people don't give Son credit for at all. At all. Nobody acknowledges the fact that he contributed more defensively than any other person in the front three last season. Nobody gives him credit for that. Not only did he contribute the most defensively, but he contributed the most offensively as well.
Well,
So to be 3 weeks in and have maybe arguably one bad game and one average game today, and to say that he should be benched is absurd. It's absurd.
It's been 3 below average Son performances, though. And
He had 7.8 the first. He easily had an 8 performance against Southampton.
I don't go by stats, man. I don't go by stats. And
So what did he do wrong against Southampton?
Hold on a second. So you're saying it's 3 below average Son performances.
Yes.
I would agree that those are 3 below Son's average performances.
Yep.
But are they 3 below Richie's average performances for the last
Well,
couple?
we don't know because we haven't seen Richarlison play
We can
enough.
know.
So
We saw him play for Everton.
You have seen him.
That's Everton.
Yeah,
Right, and there's a different team.
like we're playing around different players.
That Everton team is shocking.
Iwobi's up front for them.
You're
Like,
making
what?
the assumption that he's going to play better for us.
Right, that's the argument.
Oh,
Well,
know.
Because
Well, of
Aaron,
course, players play
hold on,
players
Aaron,
play
you
better
said
in better squads.
Aaron, you said bench Son, start Richarlison next week. That's what you said on Bob's show.
Yes, for psychological reasons, to give Son and
But
physical
that doesn't
reasons.
hold on. That doesn't help Son psychologically. That hurts him
Why
psychologically.
not? It makes him more hungry. It makes him more
It
hungry.
doesn't.
Not hungry. I like.
What,
here's
you
the
think
thing.
his feelings are going to be hurt? Boo hoo! Come on, get real.
Aaron, his feelings are already hurt. I have been watching.
Oh,
Oh, get Kleenex out.
No, actually, you've been watching the last 2 games. Every time he messes up, every time he isn't scoring, every time something happens, he is really, really upset. Okay, he is extremely upset right now. His confidence is very low, which is one of the reasons why he hasn't been scoring. Is because everybody's putting so much pressure on him and his confidence is low right now. So you think that benching him, benching him is going to help him to gain his confidence so that he can score?
Well,
Even-
that's what managers always do. That's what good managers do. They remove a
So
player.
then why
they
didn't
don't
Harry
wrap up
Kane
in
get
cotton
benched? Hold on.
wool
Then why
and-
didn't Harry
and
Kane get
diapers.
benched? Hold on. Then why didn't Harry Kane get benched when he didn't score a goal for 14 weeks?
Because we didn't have another centre
We
forward.
did.
Now
We
have
did. No,
who?
no,
Who,
we
James
did.
Scarlett?
No, we had.
Troy
Lucas
Parrott?
Moura?
He
No,
was out and
we
low.
had Lucas Moura. We also had what's his name?
He's
The
not a
guy that went
centre forward.
Bergwijn.
Bergwijn isn't a centre forward either.
He is. Oh, stop. Where did Conte say Bergwijn's position was?
Yeah,
Well,
that was
Conte
just
said a lot
awful
about
talk in the press, man.
It's not talking the press. You can't. That's a complete, absolute absurdity. You can't just say, "Yeah, Conte was lying for the press." No.
Well, Conte said that
Mind
Daniel
games.
Kulusevski could
He,
play right
he said
wing
that
back.
for Joe Roden. He said Joe Roden, Eric Dyer is back up, and when Eric Dyer was injured, Joe Roden didn't get a stiff at the first team, so you never know
True.
what Conte is doing.
Like, they got to say something in press conferences, right? We all know Bergwijn isn't a centre forward. Yeah, I mean, come
He
on.
plays center forward for Ajax.
No.
that's
Look,
Ajax.
What are you talking about? That's Ajax. Okay, so now he's only not a center forward because Harry Kane's better than him. I agree, Harry Kane's better than Bergwijn, but we're saying Harry Kane went half a season with less than 4 goals.
That's Nuno.
Half a season. That's
Okay.
not Nuno. 10 games is only Nuno. Okay, half a season is more than that. It's 18 games.
Yeah, so 8 games.
Just a
8
little
games
thing,
under
I'll just-
Conte, and he only scored 4
So how much do you
or
think?
3 because 1 under Nuno.
How many do you think Lucas would have scored then?
Lucas would have scored what? As a striker?
As a striker.
I don't know. He didn't play there.
Exactly. Give Richarlison a chance.
Okay. If you go back to under Pochettino, right? That's what I'm saying. You got Harry Kane, who hasn't played well either, apart from the 2 headers, right?
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. And people aren't saying bench him for Richarlison.
Yeah, but he takes his chance. Though.
How many chances did he get? He shot way more times than Son did. Watch, look. Let's go back to the stats here on Mr. Harry Kane, right? And let's look.
He's
Let's
got
look at the
4
day.
points in 2 games.
Hold on, touches today. It doesn't matter. We're talking about the quality, whether the ball goes in or not, right? 2 shots on target, 1 shot off target, 1 shot blocked, 1 hit the woodwork, right? That was the 1 header. Touches only 33, the lowest amount of touches out of anybody in the front 3. Passing percentage 81. Key passes 2, so decent on the key passes, right? 1 cross, 2 out of 3 on his long bells. Defensively, non-existent. Lost the ball 9 times with only 33 possession, right? 5 less than Son, and only, I guess it's 7 less. He lost the ball 7 less times than Son. Dribble pass twice. Nothing defensively. Nothing. Participated. I didn't think he pressed at all today. He was non-existent in the press today.
Would you advocate for replacing one of the front 3 for the next game?
Wow.
Who do we play the next game?
Forest.
Fulham? Forest?
Forest.
No.
So you'd start with Son, Kane, and Kulusevski and keep Richarlison on the bench?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That means then who's going to start against West Ham? The same front 3? Because we played them in like 4 days after.
No, I think once you start getting into European games, right? Then you can start resting Kane or Son or Kulu on the weekend for the Champions, saving them for the Champions League game. Give Ricky starts on the league games, especially if teams like Nottingham Forest or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the way that I think you should do it. Right? You play Son and Kane on a Wednesday. You let Richie start let Son and Kane come in on Son, Kane, or Kulu, any one of them. Let them come in at 60, 70 minutes, right, as an impact sub on a game, on weeks where we have Champions League games.
Not only Champions League games, when we've got 2 games per week. So when we got cup games, when we've got...
Yeah, cup games. Well, then I think you flip it the other way, right? In a cup game, especially early in the early rounds, you let Richarlison start and Kane and Son sit on, or Kane or Son and Kulu sit on the bench.
Why not take Kulusevski off and put Richarlison in?
I agree. If you're gonna sit one, like if you look at the last 2 weeks matches, let's look at the last 2 weeks. This is this week's match.
I don't think Richarlison's that comfortable on the right.
He's more comfortable
as a left winger or a striker.
He's right-footed.
For some people,
he cuts inside.
If we're talking about the eye test, okay, so.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you back there, Kieran. Normally it makes a sound when somebody pops up. Oh, let me read the super chat while I'm interrupting people. Gogama with the 10,000 won says, Uri Sunny fighting, right? That means let's go Sunny. Big up Uri William and panel. I'm happy for the win today. But I want to look at the last couple of games and compare those to it. So let's look at Chelsea. So Kulu was the worst out of the front 3 today statistically.
Full game against Chelsea.
We've got Chelsea as well. Can anybody guess who the worst in the front 3 was statistically in the first game?
First game.
Right, Kulu, Son. All right, Son was the worst on that one. Ryan was obviously the worst one, but Kulu and Son were about dang near just as bad as each other. And then we go to the previous game.
It's not going to be Kulu. It's going to be probably Kane.
And then
Southampton.
Why can't I see things?
First one, yeah.
You don't use the eye test, Will. You have to. You can't.
And then Kane was the worst in the first game. right? Son was second best. Kulusevski was amazing that game. That was a great game for Kulu in the first
They're
game.
all sharing it.
Okay, so if Son has only been the worst player once out of 2 games, why is he the one that everybody's targeting to sit? Right? They've all been equally as bad as each other in one game or the other. Right? Kane was horrible in the first game. Right? Son was bad in the second game, so was Kulu. And then Kulu was the worst today. Son was not great. Right? 7.0 for Son is not great. Son's average is what? Let's say what's his average? Let me click on his name here. And his average for this season is 7.38. So out of 7 today, you're talking below average for him, right?
I think it's just because of the back of the last season. I think that's just why people
No,
are
because
hating
last season, everybody, did you watch the channel last season?
Maybe not, but I loved Son the whole season.
I was having to fight tooth and nail to defend. As Dan, he knows, he cut the brunt of some of it, right? Right. So I mean,
Son goes through these patches. He goes through these patches throughout the season.
Yeah, he does.
But he starts off
part of the
poor, then
debate
there's a run of 10, 15 games where he's going to score an assist, and then he'll go off a bit, and he'll go back.
This is what I'm saying. Son could have a bad game or last week and an average game today, or a little bit below average game today, and then come and smash 3 next week against Forest. Right? And Richarlison isn't going to get a hat trick. Richarlison ain't going to get a hat trick next week. That ain't even, how many hat tricks has Richarlison had?
I don't know.
None because he's never played.
Exactly. But no, I'm talking even at Everton.
Oh, at Everton.
Hello, Manny. This is Everton.
Yeah,
Hold on, we do have somebody in the back that wants to come on, and then I have to take a pee break, so I'll let you guys talk while I'm doing that. But he should be the first one because his name starts with an A. Somebody left.
Say it like that.
Aaron and dropped out. Why can't I? There you are. I think he's. How many Canadians we got in here? Raise your hand. Just one. You're not as calm and rational and as have high as an IQ as this guy. He's the smartest and most rational Canadian that I've ever met. Abdul Kareem is in the house. No offense, Sandro. That's just his. That's my intro for him. So.
I'll do that.
And it was more of a. It was more of a poke at Scott and Cody back in the day than anything else, but it still holds true. Still holds true. So far.
Sorry, what's your name? Andrew? Is your name Andrew, the one in the middle with the red?
Sandro.
Sandro.
Yeah.
Sandro. Yeah, were you
Sandro's
at,
pretty.
No, because they canceled it, right? They said there's not enough people going, so I wasn't.
I didn't even know because it was too early. When I realized the game was at 7:30, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I had a reservation though. I was ready to go. I had 3 people coming, but there wasn't enough people, so they had to cancel.
Maybe I'll come up to.
So you went there and kicked you guys out or something, or what?
No, like you need. I think it's like 40. You need like 40 people to confirm reservations for the pub to open. For them to like hire the staff for that time slot.
Okay,
so
I see.
Yeah, so we didn't have enough, so we
it's pretty early to have people come in.
7:30.
Good thing you booked, because like a person like me, I just would have just turned up, and then I would have been walked into a locked door. So. But yeah, when I realized the game was at 7:00, I was like, I'm not doing that.
See, I think let me see. Which city is the closest from Toronto to the United States?
Buffalo?
Probably Buffalo. Yeah.
Detroit.
To Toronto, you think? Buffalo, not Detroit?
Detroit. Because I think Detroit's right beside Windsor, right?
Actually, I was in Sarnia and it was right there for.
Yeah, it's like you just cut a bridge right across, right?
Yeah.
Windsor, Ontario, and Detroit are like on either side of each other.
Exactly.
Basically.
Like my brother went to like Windsor University, and like he lived like right beside the border. Like it's like just like right there.
Detroit. Flight costs. Let's see what that is. Detroit flights from
Then by
Atlanta to
Buffalo.
Detroit. Bro, I can get a
that.
flight for like $52, bro.
You should come to the North London Derby.
That's a
Yeah.
7:30 kickoff.
That's what- Is it 7:30
7:30?
kickoff? There'll be enough
Are you
people for
serious?
that though if the
it's
time
7
doesn't get
Yeah,
moved.
there's definitely going to be enough people for that. Yeah.
But I can take Frontier Airlines. Frontier Airlines to Detroit for
Tickets
$52.
are paid.
Rent a car, drive across the border. And then it's cheaper than flying to Canada. Like flying to Detroit, renting a car. I can rent a car for like $100 for a week. You're talking what, $200 to go to Toronto. Like flights
cheap
just to
pharmaceuticals and
Toronto.
go back.
How much is like a flight to Toronto?
$419, bro.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
even
It's
off,
also
so it's like double the price because there's like this international tax BS crap,
Yeah.
right? But like, so to Detroit, that's why I looked it up. I can get 52, but say the most expensive one I buy is 288. It's like half the price.
Yeah, it's still a bargain.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also will
Fly to Detroit,
Pearson-
drive across the
Pearson
border.
Airport is a nightmare. Like it's been a nightmare for the past 2 months. People have been like living in the airport for like 4 days because their flights have been delayed. So Pearson is
Yeah.
just not a good.
And I don't have to. Roy says it's Detroit. He's from Detroit. Big up.
Yeah.
Buffalo is closer to Toronto? I don't think so. We could do like a drive thing. Let's see. Where's
Yeah, I
Google
know
Maps
Buffalo's also close. So I was a little unsure whether it was Buffalo or Detroit.
here? Here's the thing.
Get on
Nobody
Google
goes to
Maps.
Detroit anymore. Nobody goes to Detroit anymore. So
Detroit's a flipping town.
I think it's about an hour
they got-
drive.
It's cheap, dude. Like I can get a like $52 plane ticket to Detroit. That's insane, dude. You know how much it costs? It normally costs like at least a few $100s to fly anywhere in the United States. $52.
Yeah, Buffalo is
live
like an
right
hour
now-
and a half. I remember Scott in the comments was saying.
Yeah, that's right there.
Yeah, it's Detroit's right there, dude. Detroit's literally right across the river from Windsor. And then how far is it from Windsor to Toronto?
Isn't it about like an hour and a half or something, or an hour?
Windsor
Yeah, I feel like,
to
I think there's been
Toronto.
52. I think there's been $52 in just super chats this show.
Yeah.
3-hour drive?
From Windsor to Toronto.
Oh, 3.5 hour drive?
Then it's definitely worth it to go to Buffalo.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Well, how long's the ride from
yeah.
Buffalo to Toronto? Like an hour
But-
and a half?
I didn't like driving. It's only 8.5 hours.
It's an hour and a half to Buffalo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because,
Buffalo is right up to Toronto.
and also, you could, if you want, you could also stop by Niagara Falls if you haven't been there.
Yeah, I don't want to go to
Nice
Niagara
sight to
Falls.
see.
Let's see what the flights to Buffalo are. Buffalo's
It
not a
gets
very
boring.
busy airport either, so not that bad. But let's see if I can get out of this page. ATO to Buffalo. Buffalo flights.
Yeah, but
$300 save me a 2-hour drive. It's worth it. an extra $100, $88 if I fly Frontier.
Is it just me or do I hear piano?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, here we'll start the music. But yeah, so Buffalo to Toronto is probably Coastal Drive. $88 to $306. I could do that. $306 plus a hotel for a night. That would be about $500-$600. That's cheaper than flying to Toronto plus a hotel. But I'm gonna let you guys get back to the Tottenham talk because I have to go use the facilities. I'm drinking like over a gallon of water a day now, so I use them often.
Oh, there you go. You're back in the gym?
Back in the gym, man. Back in the gym. I'll be back shortly. Talk.
Steak.
Don't just say steak over and over again.
You guys
Actually,
were,
talk.
Yeah, you guys, I heard over here. You guys are talking about should Sonny be benched, right? I'm guessing that's like the main topic, right?
What?
Yeah.
You guys are talking about
should
if Sonny should be benched, right?
I don't think.
You know,
that
I
was
have
what- I think we were just criticizing
score.
Son's
I never.
I have to admit, if you guys want to continue talking about that, that's fine. But I feel like this topic has been exhausted today.
I agree.
Have you all not seen other streams where they've been talking about this ad nauseum?
Ron Viniak in the chat, get some steak.
You guys want to
Need
change the
it.
topic, or you guys wanna- we can talk about like I guess in the first half, Wolverhampton definitely had the better of us. And I think
because we had
to be
three in
honest,
midfield.
a lot of people are looking at this performance as like, yeah, there's some bad signs that we've struggled, but like whenever I go against, not me obviously, but whenever like my team goes up against Wolves, I just want to get the win and get out. The Wolves are extremely, they're just one of those like sneaky teams, man. Like if you look at last year's, like I seen some dude tweeted, like last year Liverpool, they beat them 1-0. They got a late goal. Man City they beat them 1-0. Raheem Sterling got a penalty, so it's like it's not that bad getting a 1-0.
I think also it's the same exact team as last season.
We lost to them like 3-0 or something last year. I remember. Right?
Yeah, we lost 2-0 to them.
At home, it was really bad. Yeah. They scored like
People
two
think-
quick goals.
Yeah, I remember Maurice had a terrible mistake.
I mean, how many improved, but it's the same.
People just.
Yeah.
I think based on the fact we finished 4th last season.
You're
and
cutting out.
supposedly we've had this.
You cut out a lot.
You're
mean,
roboting Kieran.
You're cutting out.
Maybe I can come back in.
Yeah, so it's like
just to let you back
Our defense played really well today. We were solid in defense. Even with Sanchez in there, we were solid in
It was
defense.
a lot of class.
You know?
Sanchez was decent on the defending. He was just really poor with his clearing. I felt like he's I still get a
on
little
the
bit
ball.
nervous
On the
when he
ball,
gets
he's still. On the ball, I still get worried when he's in the tight spaces.
This is what
Especially
Sanchez
with Emerson.
That would make him a backup when we need him for 1 or 2 games. That literally is what he's only good for.
Yeah, but what happens if Romero gets injured for, I don't know, a month, 2 months? What if he gets a hamstring injury? Are we going to have Sanchez versus, like, Neymar?
Yeah. Sanchez
versus
forever.
Vinicius Jr.? Like, what's going to happen then? We're going to get run through.
No,
This is why we
Sanchez
need
gonna
another centre
pocket
back.
him. Sanchez gonna pocket him.
So
We need another centre
that was
back
one of the things
ASAP.
everybody was saying earlier. Sanchez had a really good game today.
Yeah,
I thought that.
yeah, your mic is like worse than mine if I don't have headphones on.
Yeah, still kind of robot-y.
What do you guys think
like-
about Man U versus Liverpool this weekend? I guess it's Monday.
It's on
right?
Monday, no? I feel like it's
On
Monday.
Monday.
Right?
Yeah,
Monday.
Monday.
They're
2 p.m.
playing.
kickoff.
You think that
win that.
gonna swing?
Liverpool win there. Liverpool win there. United don't have it.
I like
Yeah, right. 6-0 Liverpool, something like
Plus,
that.
Casemiro won't be able to play because he hasn't had his visa and stuff. So
I think for
It's just
Man
gonna
U,
be
I
the
think
same
there's
team.
more of a focus on the protest. I don't think they're really focused on the game in terms of the fans,
Yeah.
so they lose their home support. Which I don't know how
They
if that
haven't
makes a
been
difference
focused
at
on
Old
games.
Trafford because of how
They
shit
haven't-
they are.
They haven't been
Yeah.
focused on games for a very long time.
That Man U team is there's so many problems with that squad. I don't like Casemiro. He's definitely gonna do a good job because he is world class and all. But
yeah, but
Can't get
now
rid of
at
it's
someone,
Madrid,
though.
at Madrid, he had Tony Kroos and Luka Modric with him. Now he's got
yeah,
Fred
they
and
need like
yeah,
a
it's just
like a
not-
progressive midfielder,
Yeah.
somebody that's like that can dribble in the midfield. Because
Bruno's
To
been
be honest,
missing.
they
Ericsson
need a
is
Paul Pogba. I know it sounds kind of funny, but like that's
Yeah.
the type of midfielder that they
yeah,
need right. in front of them.
they need someone like him.
But that Man U performance last weekend was, I mean, I have to admit, like my jaw dropped. Like when I saw each goal, like that was, I just completely like was like, oh my gosh! I covered my mouth with my hand because it was that bad. I was like, is this happening? Is this?
I don't think
Man
so
U
because I think
probably
the
has
team
like
has.
the worst mentality in the whole Premier
Yeah, I was gonna
All you
say, and
gotta
I
do
think,
is score one, and they're screwed. That's it.
and I think they've hit rock bottom as well. I think this is like their rock bottom. So I think
No, it's worse. It's gonna get
no,
worse.
I think
It's gonna get
they've hit
worse.
it. Because if you remember a couple seasons ago, there was a lot of Arsenal fans that were, talking about, oh, we're in 15th, like this is rock bottom for us, and they haven't really looked back since then. So
Yeah, but Man U have been a mess for like a decade almost.
I mean, yeah, they are rock
Arsenal
bottom because they're
too.
last, but like, I mean, 15th place is still rock bottom, even though that's
Yeah,
places
it's
up.
gonna until the Glazers leave. I mean, like with
Yeah.
Ten Hag, I don't think he's the type of manager he's going to be, and he doesn't give that presence. Like with Conte, you know, he's like just dead staring Daniel Levy every single second of every single day to get these players in. And whilst we still need to get our owners out as well, there's definitely been a change thanks to Conte, and I just don't think Ten Hag has that effect or can have that effect on United. So it's going to be long for them, I think.
He got the
To
go
be
ahead
honest,
to start spending more, right?
I don't
Yeah,
even
that's just
think
the point, though. That's
Antonio
just the trick.
Conte could fix that situation. To be real, in that Man United team, the egos in that dressing room is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who do
it's like,
we play? Who do we play the weekend of September 30th?
Oh.
September 30th. Well, we go. The last game we have is 18th of September, and then we got Arsenal on 1st October because there's a break.
Yeah, 1st of October. That's what I mean.
Arsenal. We got Arsenal.
Yeah, I should come up for that one because that's my birthday weekend. My birthday's September
I think it's at
30th,
Emirates as
We're
well.
away.
Yeah, it's Emirates as well.
and I can get an $88 plane ticket from. I can spend that whole weekend,
Yeah,
Saturday,
but
Sunday.
how likely is it to get a ticket?
No, I don't mean to
no, it
London.
means a plane ticket.
Toronto.
Plane
Get,
ticket.
get, I can get
7:30
into
kickoff,
Toronto.
early kickoff, yeah.
My
How-
audio any better?
How
You
old
could
are
probably
you?
get in. You could ask.
How old am I?
Adam.
I'll be 42.
42 young.
Yeah, 42.
old.
Almost.
42
Yeah, look
years
42.
old.
Years young.
Am I still cutting out?
Oh, that's better.
That's better.
No,
No,
I think that's better.
sounds good.
But I will be 42. I'm an 80s, 1980 baby.
You look younger than that. Well, you
Well,
look
thank
like
you.
you're in your 30s.
Well, you're born in
I do have a
1980.
bit of a baby face, other than the baldness. But and when I get thinner, when I get back down to like 10% body fat, I'll even look younger than I do.
Yeah, well, I think that's pushing it.
I was at 7% for a long time, man. 7%.
Dan, did you watch the entire In the Wall segment?
Yes.
Oh man.
That's right. Scott's
Sorry.
birthday too. Scott, you should come to
World-class-
Toronto too, man.
World-class content.
Scott, you should come to Toronto too. We'll have like a double birthday weekend. We'll just get smashed for like 2 days in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
Scott's about an 8-hour drive, isn't he?
I mean, you can fly.
Yeah,
I'm flying. $88. I can buy. I should buy the ticket right now. Maybe I'll buy it tomorrow.
Yeah, Scott's got to go
Go
to
for a birthday
Calgary.
weekend in Toronto. Watch the North London Derby.
If you
Party
know
with
you're
Abdul
coming,
and
then
the
you should
Daigle.
buy the ticket as early as
100%.
possible. It's cheaper.
Hopefully, Dago doesn't travel around that time.
Yeah, he might go back to. Well, I guess that's away. It's an away game, right? So he probably wouldn't go back to London for that.
Yeah, our next derby is against West Ham, so
Maybe I'll call Brian tomorrow and see what he's doing, and then.
Exactly. Yeah, it's better if he just kind of check out, because he's usually one who reserves the big table. And, yeah.
Yeah. We do like. I'll buy a birthday cake and bring it to the Scotland Yard. That'll work.
It sucks. My closest supporters group is like super far away. It's like an hour and a half drive. So
Scott says he's a 2-hour drive for a 4-hour flight. No, I'm 2-hour drive, 4-hour flight. What does that mean? It takes 2 hours to drive to Toronto? No, it doesn't. Not from where you live. Out on the West Coast. There you go, 2 hours.
He's
2 hours to drive to the airport,
Calgary.
maybe.
Yeah, 2 hours drive to get to Calgary, then flight from Calgary to
Oh, he
Toronto
says
is
can't go till
about
after
4
Christmas,
hours.
unfortunately. There you go. That'll work. But no,
Well,
I
if
should
we-
probably plan to do that because right now it's looking like on Frontier. It's like an $88 flight. I could leave on the Friday, or arrive on the Friday, leave on the Monday. Right.
That's a good comment.
If we lose that game, nobody's gonna sing you happy birthday, Will.
Oh no.
No, if you lose that game, you can
Boom.
start drinking your sorrows away at 8 in the morning.
Atlanta to Buffalo. It's a 2-hour flight.
Nah,
for
gonna
me.
win.
$88.
it's
Man.
Arsenal.
Yeah, no, I back us. I think we're gonna win.
you gotta
did-
love those COVID airline prices right now. Yeah,
Frontier,
pretty
dude. But Frontier is like scary airplane, dude. Like I might crash.
Oh, Frontier? Oh, I don't know about that one. Jeez.
It's like
That's
a prop
roll
plane.
of the dice. Honestly.
with a chimpanzee
Oh,
as the pilot. Like not like in a weird racist way, but like an actual chimpanzee as the pilot.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, yeah. Say not in a weird racist way.
I would
Gotta clarify.
Well, because I have
I'd rather
to,
take
unfortunately, this
honestly,
day and
I
age.
think I'd rather take a bus or just drive than fly Frontier. That sounds terrible.
But
I've seen pictures.
$88,
of, like,
man. I couldn't even
coming out of the
drive for
floor.
$88, dude. There's less gas. It would cost me more to drive to Toronto in gas than it would to fly Frontier, bro. It's insane cheap. $88 to Buffalo.
Isn't that like
That must be
Ryanair?
like-
I think in the UK they have like Ryanair. It's kind of similar.
It must be
like
like
Yeah.
$40
Screw
for
it.
me or
Yeah.
something because I'm
I
like
should probably
half
ask.
the
I
distance.
should probably ask my wife before I fly it.
Oh, yeah.
Come to the West
Um,
Coast. You can get some sun when everybody else is getting rain.
Yeah, and then you'll have no money. All the sun, no money.
All of a sudden, no money. Is it Atlanta FC? Will? Yes, it's Atlanta. It's not Atlanta. It's Atlanta United. Is the football team, the MLS team here?
You guys had that Venezuelan striker, right?
I do. To be honest, I don't really follow Atlanta United.
I think so.
Isn't he?
I've only
isn't he
lived here
like
for a
the
year.
best? He's definitely. I think he's definitely up there, like one of the top players.
Yeah, he's good.
Him
It's a
and,
non-stop
Carlos
flight
Vela.
too. Non-stop flight for $88, man.
Wait, how is the distance like from coast to coast in Ireland? Like, is it really that like?
That's a small. Like the whole
It
island.
won't be that far.
All of Ireland is like the size of one state.
Oh,
The
okay.
United States. So
And not even a big one either. Not even like Texas or something.
Scott's probably right, dude. I drive an F-350 diesel, a dually, dual rear wheel. So it probably cost me it's 45 minutes to the airport. It probably cost me $36 in gas right now with the way diesel prices.
I always wondered who drove those double rear wheel
People,
cars.
people
Got
know
one.
both.
Now I know it's Will.
Got one. I've got that, and then we have a family car that we actually have two cars. I try to drive right now. I don't drive that dually unless I have to.
It's for like
you
towing
got a
boat,
redneck
your boat,
mobile.
right?
Yeah, boats and trailers. When I go to trade shows and stuff like that, it's
Yeah.
wrapped in the company logo and all that jazz. So, yeah.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah,
King
yeah.
Ranch? You got the King Ranch edition?
It's not the Loretta, so the step down from the King Ranch.
Gotcha.
So, but it's still, you know,
Hey, it's still like $100,000 truck.
yeah,
or whatever.
$100,000 truck. It's not worth $100,000 now. It's a 2012, and it has like 360,000 miles on it.
Oh, she's just getting started.
Yeah, it's a diesel. So for a diesel, that's like what 100,000 miles maybe.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, well maintained, yeah.
Yeah, diesel will go 600K easy.
Oh, yeah, that's how you know you're on the American Spurs channel. We're talking big trucks.
That's right, big trucks, big trucks. I'm even gonna have to buy that flight. And right now, if I join the discount den, it's $68. $68 to fly round trip to Buffalo on the 30th.
Yeah, that's
so cheap. That's incredible.
I know.
suspiciously cheap.
That's wicked cheap.
That sounds like Daniel Levy.
I literally just bought a 3-pack of underwear for $68 on Amazon today.
You get London below with that.
I feel like you go through the gates and then they're like, okay, you gotta enter through the cargo ramp. Like, you're sitting in the back with people's luggage and dogs.
$68.
That's probably one of those
Frontier.
tickets that like doesn't have like a seat allocated, so they give you the seat like when you're there.
Yeah, it's like no air
Could be.
conditioning. You just
Let's see.
No, Eric, what?
It probably sits you right next to the bathroom. So you gotta spend
Yeah.
the whole
That's
flight.
good though. I
In
argue
order to
that's
get
good.
in order to get that discount
good
den
unless somebody
fee,
blows
I
it
have
up.
to pay $59 membership fee, so that makes the ticket more. I just pay $88 round trip, and yeah, with tax $87.96. My departing flight is $38.98. My returning flight is $48.98.
That's less than the cost of an Uber in like
I know,
several
man.
American cities. That's crazy.
For me to Uber from here to the airport would cost me $38. I live 40 minutes from the airport.
That's insane. Oh wow.
And it's not even like a red eye flight. It's like 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's crazy.
Chug, 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 chug.
Gotta drink that body armor. That body
Those
armor.
vitamins and minerals.
Sponsored.
So he says, if it's big truck talk, give him a minute, he'll hop on. We are the capital of jacked up Dodge Rams.
Is that Alberta? I'm taking.
I don't know. I gotta beg to differ, man. When it comes to jacked up trucks, the American South is king. Is absolute king.
The key thing here is for guys to have a dually, remove the dual rear wheels, and jack it up and put like these like double wide single wheels on the back and the front. That's how they roll. I mean, the whole wheel well is probably, like this, and it's sitting in a dually.
And barely fit in a lane, takes up like 2.5 parking spaces.
Oh, this is insane. 87.96.
Go on, book it. You know you want it.
I'm probably if I don't talk to my wife about it.
She won't notice.
Just be like, oh, what do you do for your birthday? Oh, yeah, I'm traveling to.
I'm going to Toronto for a weekend.
Yeah, why not? You can stay here.
Notice. Just say you're going to the gym and come back like a day
She probably
later.
won't notice, to be honest with you.
Just lie and
go
say
to
you're
the
going to
gym.
visit your folks or something.
No, she wouldn't care that I'm going.
I have met my people.
She'd just get mad if I didn't ask her. But
This is a spiritual.
But there is
journey.
one thing. Okay, so here's another thing. Here's another narrative that I've been hearing the last couple of weeks and/or days that I want to talk about tonight, and that is this narrative of we're playing bad, right? But right now we have 7 points out of 9, and those are 7 points that we didn't have last season, right? Our home match against Southampton, we drew, lost.
That was
Lost.
a good game.
3-2. We lost. Yeah.
And then we lost all of our games to Chelsea, right? That's another point. So that's 4 points plus. And we lost at home to Wolves last season. So that's another 3 points.
So if we had Nuno, we'd be on 0.
Yeah. So if we had 71 points last season, we're sitting on 78 right now if we win all the matches that we won.
Yeah, but are we gonna beat Man City twice again this season?
Why
Good.
not?
Are we gonna be?
Why not?
We own them.
I think we could have.
They're our bogey.
We could have beat Liverpool twice. I think last season. We just.
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
lucky.
we
I wish we were playing Liverpool right now. We'd be beating them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
right now
Yes.
probably would be.
Diaz got a
So
lucky
bad.
deflection.
Will, you
and-
saying
Yeah,
Here's the-
off of
here's the thing.
Bentancur.
Here's the thing: we're always going to have a shot against Liverpool and City because their
Because of the way they
managers,
play.
both of them, are so stubborn.
They play to
tactically.
us. They
Yeah,
play
they're
to
going
us.
to play
we
the
play,
same
yeah.
game every time,
Yeah.
and we're going to go and play the same time. We're going to put 11 men behind the ball and spring on the
Yeah.
counter, and we've got 2 of the most lethal
Well,
finishers
3 now.
in Europe. Yeah, 3. And so,
Mhm.
we're always going to have a shot to beat those teams as long as,
Yeah.
we maintain at least the current level of roster that we have.
Yeah.
So,
But the thing on where our people are saying our team performances are poor, like if you look at our starting 11, it's the same starting 11 as last season. So you're not going to see this massive improvement where we're going to be pinging balls left and right, creating chances, because that wasn't happening last season. Right? For whatever reason it is, Conte isn't starting the new signings yet. Right? And you saw the moment Perisic started, yes, he had a poor first half, but you saw that he adds a little bit extra. He gets crosses in quickly, even a yard of space he gets crosses in. He probably could have had a shot at goal if he didn't decide to pass to someone. So the thing where our performances are bad, I think it's just because it's the same personnel as last season, and they're not good enough.
on the
I disagree. I think
bringing
it's
in-
because of. Sorry to cut you off.
no,
I think it's,
go ahead. You went first.
Yeah, I was just thinking it's because of the way that we we performed in the first half compared to the second half. So if we played the way that we played in the second half against Chelsea and even in the first half of the Wolves game, I don't think people would be slagging off our performances. But it's because of the way that we played against Chelsea and the way that we played in the first half against Wolves. I think that's why people are criticizing the way that we're performing, because we can play better. We've seen it in the second half of the Wolves game, right? We played much better, and we looked more threatening. We looked just way better. And if we played like that, then I don't think people would be like having a go at our performances.
One of the things I keep hearing is, why isn't he bringing in the new signings? Why aren't they getting a chance to start? So first of all, like Longley and Perisic both coming off injuries. But secondly, it's mainly because of how Conte is as a manager. His system is one of the most rigid tactical systems that in use by like the top elite managers. He wants to control almost every motion of every player on the pitch. The system is filled to the brim with automatics, where players are just supposed to know in every situation exactly what pass to make. And that's one of the reasons why he's always going so fucking crazy on the sideline, is because he wants them to do all of the rehearsed movements, execute all the automatics that are part of the system. And when they go away from that and they start doing other things because, they're under pressure or they're afraid or whatever, he gets upset. And so these new players haven't had time to learn his system to the degree that he's satisfied with. Perisic comes in because Perisic played his system at Inter Milan. But these other guys, they haven't played for Conte before. It's going to take a while before he's comfortable starting them in Premier League games, I think.
I just think, at what point do you... You go. Okay,
I was just going to ask... Go.
You go.
I'm just gonna intervene and say I've got to go.
All right, see you, Dan.
Thanks for coming on, Dan. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll
just go. I'll just go. I don't want to be for a long time. I was gonna say it's a bit of I understand what you're saying, that they have to learn his thing. Perisic's coming from an injury. Longley had a bit of a problem before. Basuma has COVID and all that stuff. But I thought the main reason of getting the signings in so early was so that he could get time to get them up to speed. And if he's waiting for a time where he's happy, that's going to be like 3-4 months, right, to learn his system. Because like you said, it's so particular. The movements have to be so specific.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while before they get fully integrated. And we can't wait that long.
I think he knows that. I think he knows we don't have that long, but like, we're 3 games in,
Yeah,
we're not playing in Europe yet. We're not in any cup competitions yet. It's super early, and I think a lot of people are overreacting about so many things because it's so early. Like, everybody's just so on edge because we finished top 4, and then we've had this transfer window that a lot of people are hyping up as this super great transfer window. In my opinion, it's not. It's really not that great.
I think it's just been good.
It's good. If it ended right now, I would say it's bad.
It'd be bad.
But if we make 2 more, I'd say it would be good. But I mean, I just think I think it's way too early. I think people are overreacting. They have high expectations because of the finish, because of Conte, because of the transfer window. But 9 available points, we've taken 7. The 2 we dropped, we stole that other point, playing against one of the best teams in Europe, a team who has whipped our ass countless times, whipped our ass 4 times last season, and we stole a point at their ground in a game where we were absolutely dominated.
Awful. They were
why
amazing.
Is everybody so upset? Why was
I don't get it either.
I just hope by Forest and Fulham he gives a chance. I just hope at Forest or Fulham we see some of them just starting to get a few more minutes.
Oh, I think we will, especially against
my thing.
Forest.
Yeah, my thing is I think, I don't think people are crazy to be. I don't think upset is the right word, but I just feel like it's okay to feel like the team should be performing a bit better because. listen, we were saying the same thing last year. Last year, didn't we win like the first 3 games? We were first place in like the first 3 games. And we were saying, yeah, okay, we got the points, but we know it's going to catch up to us.
This isn't Nuno.
And-
This is Antonio Conte.
Yeah, but the thing is, the point still remains. We got 9 points in the first 3 games. Right now we got 7 points. It kind of feels like 9 points because, that point was against Chelsea. But I think like it's okay to kind of feel like we should be performing a bit better, and it's okay to feel like against
I think the reason that people shouldn't necessarily feel that way, Abdul, is because it's the same team that's playing. It's the same players from last season. Now, I think what people should be worried about is the transfer window, because we need a center back badly.
Yeah.
Eric Dyer has been poor in all 3 games. One of the
Yes.
reasons we're
Yes.
playing so poorly is because he has been poor, and his position is so critical to building out the back, to distribution, to the way we progress our attacking play. Because contrary to a lot of people's opinion, we are not a counterattacking team. We are a possession style team that is also very dangerous on the counter. But we do this slow build up from the back, and then we speed it up as we accelerate through the zones into the attacking third. And then we use the wide play to generate chances through crosses into the box and drag backs, all that stuff. The problem is we don't have the players. We don't have the players. Eric Dyer is not good enough, Emerson Royale is not good enough, and Ryan Sessegnon has not been good enough. Obviously Perisic will come in more. He will start. So we'll get better performance from that side because he's an absolute world-class player. On the right-hand side, it's not looking great. And it doesn't look like we're going to do anything else. And I would have said that was top priority coming into this transfer window. And as for the central center back, Eric Dyer, like I said, he's been poor. We need another center back so badly. A statement signing center back.
So when do we start playing?
I mean, what I would
Sorry,
worry
what did you say, Shane?
When do we start playing Jed Spence?
We'll get on to
Never.
Jed
It's
Spence.
never gonna happen, bro.
I need to just interject here. Because people are going crazy. He's not been on the bench, so many times. People go, "Oh my God, he's going off to Levy, showing I didn't want this player." First of all, look, I'm not saying I was over the moon when we signed Jed Spence. Let's get that out of the way. But if he's at the club, that means Conte saw something, right? Because if he didn't want him, he was like, "This player is not up to it," he would have said, "Get lost." Second of all, the bench, for some reason, Matt Doherty hasn't returned back to full fitness, right? And Emerson Royale is still starting. And when Conte makes his bench, he needs one player to replace one player, right? So, unfortunately, for Son, it's Richarlison or Brian Hill. For Kane, it's Richarlison. For Kulusevski, it's Lucas Moura, right? Tanganga's made it to the bench because Sanchez is playing and Tanganga is his replacement. There's no point in having Jed Spence on the bench as well and having like 3 right wing backs. It's just going to disbalance the squad, right? Longley's coming for Ben Davies, Sessegnon for Perisic, Basuma for Bentancur and Højbjerg. So I think the thing with Jed Spence is he's going to get a chance, but it's just whether he will take it or not is my concern. And if he doesn't, I'm worried it might become like a Steven Bergwijn situation where he's just like not there. That's what I have to say about Jed Spence.
Yeah.
I think our best hope is Matt Doherty returning to peak form, just on right wing backs. That's our best hope. That's
Matt Cafu Doherty, man, come on.
If he can reach
Get that
the
in.
peak form at the end of last season, then we should be fine. But only
my only
if
thing
that
with
happens.
Doherty is that he's a very different wing back to Perisic. I think Sessegnon and Doherty are very similar wing backs. They don't beat players; they just arrive in the box late. Like, I've never seen Matt Doherty doing mad step overs and cutting inside and doing that. He arrives late into the box, right? And that's good because he scored 2 goals, 4 assists, and that was great. But I think Spence and Perisic are the wing back profile that Conte likes, where they can beat a man, get inside, cross it in. But yeah, anyone better than Emerson Royale, I'll take. Because dear God, that guy frustrates me so much.
Wait, Scott wants to talk about trucks, right? So we'll bring him in with this one. Oh wait, or maybe Mountain Man's, because I forgot to play Mountain Man's. I like Mountain Mist better. The big trucks with the Dodge Ram coming out the country in Canada. Scott M's in the house.
Kieran, you do bring up a good point. I know they have the big trucks down in the south, but Sandro, he mentioned that you might know up here in oil country, we have a lot of guys that have way too much money and way too much love of having those jacked up trucks. So we could give them a run for their money at least.
Here it's all the guys who own like construction companies and stuff.
Farms.
Or farms. Yeah.
In Virginia, you see them things because here in the United States, if you have a farm truck, you don't have to pay license or taxes, fees, and you can actually get diesel gas without any taxes paid. It's like 37 cents in the gallon.
Yep.
Farm
use tags.
But you can only get farm. It says farm use only tag, but people drive farm use only trucks on the interstate all the time.
Most cops won't do much about it. It's only if you like take something like that into an urban area. Well, usually.
But if you're going in between, like, like say you're on 85, coming up and down in between the different small towns, they ain't gonna mess with you. Sometimes it just depends on the trooper. But
I have a question for you guys because we were talking about like the type of football we're playing and that like how we've been playing the last few games. So are any of you guys worried about the fact that, and by the way, this is not just this season. We did this a lot last season, even games like Aston Villa or West Ham when we killed it, that we take a really long time to settle into games, that like our first half will play really poorly and then we'll somehow like bring it back and like, get into the rhythm the second half. But then what about if there's a team that is so far ahead in points in the first half that we can't make up those points in the second, or goals, in the second half. Like, are you guys worried about that, or do you have an opinion about it?
Yeah, I was thinking actually about that earlier today. I was thinking like, what if Arsenal kick into their gears early on and then we can't get it back into the game? But there's also like, I don't know. I was just like, I've been so curious as to what Conte says in that dressing room, because like every time we go into the half, we come out, we look like a different animal. We look like we're possessed. Like it looks incredible just to see like how much like 10 minutes of resting and Conte talking can change a team. So I don't know. I would love to be in that dressing room.
It's hard for me to imagine a situation where we go down by that many goals early on. I feel like the only teams that can threaten us that much are at the top of the table. And when we play those teams, we're going to sit back way more than we usually do anyways. So, unless we just show up against like a team with some attacking talent that plays an attacking style, like say like a Leeds or something, we just show up and we're just trash at Ellen Road or something, then maybe that could happen. But that's like an anomaly, That's a worst case scenario.
It happened to Wolves last year. We were down like 2-0
Yeah, it was bad, but like that was an anomaly. Although I will say, like with a Conte team, like if you do get behind by a lot of goals, like when that does happen to him, when he usually doesn't come back. Like if he, most Conte teams can't come back from 3-0 down in the first half, But then again, with the attacking players we have, man, you never know. Like we got Kane and Son, They've done wild shit before. They won't stop now.
This team is like so drilled defensively. I think for like I think it's been like almost a year now it's going to be a year in like a couple months since Conte took over. But I think they're just so drilled defensively that I don't think I see something like what happened earlier today with Bournemouth when it's like they concede 2 goals in like 5 minutes, and then it's like they just feel the momentum like overwhelming them. I don't think that can happen with the Conte side, especially with the amount of time that he's had to coach our team. It could happen, and like you said, there's anomalies that could happen.
I don't know. I think what's more concerning is that we've gone down, and yes, we got it back, but it wasn't like we got it back because we peppered the teams with tons of chances. We were, in both cases, we were kind of lucky to get back in the game. Like even today, yes, we scored on that chance, but it wasn't like it was like our 5th or 6th chance we created. we're going down, and this year more so than last year, we're going down and we're not creating a ton after it. Like, I know we all like to say, oh, we have Kane and Son, they can come and save us, but it just seems like a terrible plan to go out and say, oh yeah, Son and Kane can save us, because the reality is they aren't going to save us. There's going to be games we're going to play a terrible first half, and Havertz isn't going to miss open nets. Wolves aren't, the teams they're playing against aren't going to have nobody up front, so that they're just taking long, hopeful shots. And
that's why
it's going to happen where Kane's header on the corner is going to hit the crossbar or go over the net instead of go in.
That's why we badly need at least 2 like first team quality, first 11 quality signings to finish out the window minimum.
Yeah, I mean, like, our transfer window was good for strengthening our squad, but I mean, I feel like you got to strengthen your starting 11 before you look at the bench players. Like, we do have some glaring holes, and I don't think we really solved those concerns. Like, I don't know about Longley. I still have some questions over him. Obviously Jet Spence, we did sign a bunch of players, but even like the players that we are kind of heavily linked with, guys like Malinovsky, that's not even like a starting 11 type of player. But I mean, we just got to see how the team performs.
I don't know. The guy does shoot absolute laser beams, though.
Yeah, I actually rate Malinovsky.
Is just 100% thunder bastard. It's like
yeah, his left foot is crazy.
I was gonna bring up a point Aaron made earlier. It was a really good point in the chat. 7 points out of 9, and we're nowhere near our peak. Looking forward to when we hit top form. I think that's a really good point to make. Like, we're not even close, I think, to what we can achieve, our full potential. And I think we're still
Thanks
getting
for coming on, Shane. I appreciate it.
Hey, big up, Shane.
Yeah, just comment too, like here on the Arsenal thing. Other than Crystal Palace, Leicester's been horrible. First half of the season. I don't think did they even have a point?
No, they just had an easy run of fixtures. I'm sorry, but
and then Bournemouth
doesn't really.
Bournemouth hasn't been hot either, right? It's not like it's Forest or even Fulham, right?
I think last season, it was Crystal Palace who had a bad first start to their season, and it was against us that they turned it around and scored 3 goals at home, and everyone was like, "Oh, we're gonna batter them because they've had such a bad start and we've had such a great start," but it ended up just completely backfiring. So I think Palace always starts slow. Leicester, they just haven't signed anyone. They haven't made any improvements.
Didn't really play that well against
Bournemouth.
Arsenal.
Is going to get relegated.
And they didn't play that well against Liverpool either, to be honest. Steak, I think you got some massive background noise going on. It sounds like somebody's doing the...
I sorted that out.
Oh no, I mean Arsenal's doing well, but
I
don't believe in Mikel Arteta as a manager. So, but I think Arsenal fans should trust the process.
Take your time with it. And also, I found expressions in the stadium, so.
No way!
I
really?
Did, dude.
Yeah, you told us.
Oh my gosh!
For Arsenal fans, just let them, I guess, celebrate for now. Cause
I love it. I love it.
Like, listen, man, their next game is like Fulham, and the game after that would be like Villa.
To be fair, Fulham playing well.
Fulham's come out hot. Yeah.
Nah, but I think that most likely they're gonna win those 2 games.
They're gonna win. Yeah,
they're gonna celebrate. Just let them wait until they face actually a good team, and then we'll see.
Liverpool.
I think they have a month and a half. If
you're but I'm saying if you're a Spurs fan, don't stress yourself out by constantly comparing your team with Arsenal.
I'm not constantly comparing ourselves to Arsenal. What I'm saying is you got folks like Jess over there on TFT saying we've played really hard teams at the beginning of the season. I'm like, Leicester, they have a point. They lost to Southampton.
They threw a 2-0 lead at home to Brentford, so I don't
right.
They're not signed anyone. That's their issue.
And you played them at home, right? Leicester Leicester hasn't won at home.
And they still conceded 2.
And you still conceded 2. Leicester hasn't scored 2 goals except for anybody except Brentford at home, right?
They played Bournemouth, who's getting relegated this season. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bournemouth. Let's see. Bournemouth right now, their results
at home, which is
Bournemouth. They beat Aston Villa, who's playing like garbage right now. By the way, They lost 4-0 to Man City and they lost 3-0 to Arsenal. That's it. Bournemouth hasn't played anybody either, right? So, like, Arsenal is going to have an eye-awakening experience when they play. Let's look at their next.
I mean, third game of the season, they're singing "We Got Super Mick Arteta." I love it, man.
So they got Fulham.
That.
So they got Fulham and Villa, right? They'll probably
win those 2 games.
They'll probably Fulham is going to be close because Fulham's playing really good right now. To be honest,
Yeah,
Mitrovic at the Emirates.
They got Jedi. Jedi's playing pretty good.
I just want to know who's their 6th, 7th, 8th, like those kind of. Because I know Fulham and Villa, they're gonna win those games.
So then they go into Man United away, Everton at home, Brentford away, and then us at home.
So beat them.
And then Liverpool, Leeds, City, Southampton, Forest, Chelsea, Wolves, West Ham.
I was gonna say October is when they hit that hard run of games because even if you look, you're like, oh, like, okay, they play Nottingham. Okay, yeah, here's there's a West Ham game. Oh wait, there's a Brighton game. Oh wait, there's a Newcastle game, which are teams that
which is opposite.
They haven't done well against.
Yeah, which is opposite from us because we start out tougher. Right, we go into Forest next week. West Ham, Fulham, City, Leicester, Arsenal, Brighton, Everton, United, Newcastle, then Bournemouth, Liverpool, Leeds, Brentford, Villa, Palace. Then we hit Arsenal again on the 14th of January.
Brentford.
Fulham. And then we end the season pretty easy. We end the season with...
I'm pretty sure Arsenal has a really tough ending to the season.
Yeah,
right?
they do.
But also their wins are convincing because of the buzz that's around the club. I think they have their fans are feeling like hope for the first time in however long.
Nuno, we
have to crush that.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's why they're performing so well because they're getting behind their fans and stuff. So
they'll win 3 straight, they'll lose.
Yeah,
3 straight,
that's how they were last
one.
season. They're gonna have a good run of games, and then they're gonna be shocking, and then they're gonna have a good run of games, and then shocking again.
Yeah, it was.
That's what I'm saying. There's no point to stress over Arsenal. Just let them get their wins, let them dance and sing, whatever, man.
They're running. They have to play Liverpool, West Ham, City, Chelsea, and Newcastle, and Wolves to finish the season.
Yep.
Liverpool
that's
too,
brutal.
man. Liverpool's playing bad right now, dude.
Yeah, but that start end of the season probably different.
I don't know though. I don't think so.
Yeah, but they don't have that midfield.
No, I think people have underestimated the impact that Mane had on that.
Yeah, but let's have Diaz.
Diaz is garbage.
I think.
Yeah, but he's been carrying them
compared to Mane. He's not a garbage.
Yeah, comes back, they're gonna be a lot better when Thiago comes back.
That's a 3-game ban for him, right? I think Nunez is off for 3 games because of the.
But he's bad anyway. I'd almost rather he played.
Oh yeah, he's not good.
Okay.
Dude, Joachim Anderson was
because Firmino's trash as well.
Game. Did y'all watch that Crystal Palace?
Palace.
Anderson
dominated.
was manhandling him the whole time.
Somebody needs to hurry up and snatch up Wilfred Zaha. He's playing immense. I don't think people are truly understanding.
I've always said we should.
I don't think he wants to go anywhere though. So here's the deal with Zaha.
Last year. I'm pretty sure this was last year. It was contract.
He's tried to leave a couple times. I'm pretty sure.
No, but here's the difference with Zaha, right? He's really not good enough to start for a top 6 league team, and he doesn't want to sit on the bench. So he's just kind of stuck at power. That's his level.
He can start for Arsenal. He can start over Martinelli.
He could probably, he could start for Arsenal.
Yeah, he'd start over Martinelli for sure.
Yeah, but
in the past he couldn't. He could now, right?
But also,
I'm pretty sure Zaha has the 4th most goals in the Premier League in 2022. I think he has 11 goals in 2022 or something like that.
Yeah, he's usually around 10 or 11. Who do we got in the back?
I'd take Zaha over Richarlison.
He's such a dangerous player, man. Wilfred Zaha is dangerous. Especially in a counter-attacking system, you see what he did in Liverpool. He was the only one forward against Liverpool, and he was just destroying. What's the guy's name? Nathan Phillips, whatever his name is.
Honestly, Ayew had a pretty good game too, though. I'll say.
Yeah, he worked hard. That's typical Jordan Ayew.
And Eze. Eberechi
He's also-
Eze was
Yeah,
very
Eze,
good in
Eze,
that
he's good at breaking those lines, man.
He's a real player, man. We should. I would love to pick him up too.
Elise is underrated as well. I think people are underrating Elise.
I think we should get Eze just for the quota.
I thought
yeah.
I thought we should have got him out of the championship when he was at QPR.
Yeah, exactly. Already was it?
Yeah, he was a baller in the championship. Like he was.
I
he's
think,
a better.
I think Crystal
in my
Palace
opinion,
is trying
Eze
to
was,
get Ismail Sarr, right? Crystal Palace.
Yeah, like for like 20
yeah.
million. It's like a
That's
steal.
not bad.
Eze
That's a
was a
solid
better
pickup.
prospect out of the championship than Jed Spence is.
How long do you think it is before Liverpool wins?
Wins what?
They'll win on Monday.
A game?
You
They're
think
gonna
so?
beat Man United.
No,
They're
easy.
beating
Oh,
Man
wins a
United.
game? Yeah, they're gonna slap up Man United.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be
It's
embarrassing.
a perfect game for them.
honestly.
Klopp can
Yeah, 3-0,
yell at them about
2-0.
how lazy they've been, and he'll put a rocket up their ass, and they'll.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna put at least a
Liverpool
tenner
at
on,
United. You think they're gonna rock them at
4-0
United?
last year. 4-0 last year.
Yeah.
Salah
I'm not
brace.
saying it's-
Salah
look,
got
we
a
beat
hat
them
trick.
6-1 right at Old Trafford. But what I'm saying is, I don't know, man. Like, if they
got
don't
an early
win,
red card in that game. To be fair,
And
it
no
wasn't that
fans.
early.
because
To be honest, I
Lamella
hope-
shit
I hope,
happened.
I loved
Like 30
I loved
minutes
that
or
game
something
so
like that.
much. They were
hope,
celebrating
like,
it after 2
United
minutes and
gets a
getting a
draw,
penalty.
United
Oh, I
win.
love that game so much.
Because I hate Liverpool.
Oh my god! Just
But,
the look on their
um,
faces when we ran in 5. It was
Yeah, lovely,
They were
lovely
just-
stuff.
They've had a fairly easy opening too, and their results have been fairly shocking. To be honest.
I think that's why people are shocked that they're bottom, right? Because like they had a decent, like winnable couple fixtures that, you know, they haven't won anything.
No, they're gonna finish
Definitely
like
not ones
10th.
they should be drawing, right?
Yeah,
I honestly believe
Palace,
they'll finish
Fulham.
like 10th.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Liverpool, they're definitely. And Thiago's out for like another 4 weeks, right? Because wasn't he out for like 6 weeks or something?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, they're definitely in trouble, and it's not looking like they're gonna buy a midfielder.
I
It's
think they
looking
have
like they're just.
nine injuries. Sorry to cut you off. They have 9.
Yeah, they're just gonna stick with that what's that midfielder though?
Carvalho.
He played in
Milner.
Blackburn. He played in
Elliot.
played in Blackburn last year, right? I forgot his name. The young English midfielder. They're just gonna stick out with
Elliot.
Harvey
And
Elliott.
this
That's
is-
his name. Yeah.
This is why I was saying that Liverpool was going to drop table positions this season, was because they would have to adjust to not having Mane. Because in the Liverpool system, they rely so heavily on the front three winning the ball back high up the pitch,
Yeah.
right? Because of the high line that they play. And if they don't have Diaz and Nunez, do not press like Mane pressed. That's the key to the Liverpool thing, is the press from the front three. From Salah and Mane and
Well, you
To
don't
be
think
fair-
that Ballon d'Or nominee Nunez is going to be able to replace Mane? I mean, Ballon d'Or nominee Nunez. I mean,
Look,
Playing
Ballon
for
d'Or
Benfica.
Ballon d'Or nominee Nunez, I watched play against the U.S. men's national team and literally get put to the ground by MLS
An
center
MLS
backs.
defender. Yeah, seriously.
wait.
Like,
Not
this
just
guy
Ballon
is a
d'Or
fraud.
nominee, not just Ballon d'Or nominee Nunez. Ballon
Like
d'Or
how?
nominee Nunez and Diaz. You don't think
Yeah,
that
they're
they
both
should
Ballon d'Or.
Honestly, I think Diaz
Mane,
has a lot of
they're both
talent. I
Ballon
think
d'Or
he'll.
nominees.
I don't know how he got nominated.
I think
Still,
Nunez-
Liverpool
Exactly.
fans
Why is
don't know how
Kulusevski not
that
there?
he got. Yeah,
Because Kulusevski.
Why his son not in
Ballon
there?
d'Or's not just based
Kane.
on
isn't Son and
love.
Kane in there?
Diaz was one of the best players at
Yeah,
Copa
Son.
America. I mean,
Yeah,
we can hate on
Diaz-
Diaz because we want
Diaz
to
is
pump
a
up
good
Kulu,
player.
but-
He just needs to like
Wait.
add more to his
So
game.
Diaz is a good player as far as his ability to dribble.
And
He's
shoot.
never been a big goal scorer.
Last year he
Creator.
was at the Portuguese
He
league.
gets
had
a lot
of
of
goals.
shots.
Like 14 goals or something like that.
He left halfway through the season. How much you
He
want?
was
Like
in
30
like
or something?
17 games, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
he was
also.
killing it in the Portuguese league.
But he was also.
Yeah,
playing
it's also the Portuguese league.
Let's pull
Yeah,
him
and he
Nunes
plays
scored
for
26 in the
Porto.
Portuguese league.
Like if you play for Porto,
Yeah,
or
and
we had the
Benfica,
Golden
you're miles
Boot.
above the rest of the team.
You got to remember that
Like
Vinicius
Liverpool.
was the Golden Boot winner in the Portuguese
Wow.
league when we brought him in. So
Yeah,
World class
seriously.
talent.
But I'd rather
doesn't
recruit
mean
from the
he should be
Portuguese
in a-
league than the
But that's all
French league.
Vinicius
I just-
had. I mean, Diaz, we can laugh at him, but he was one of the best players in Copa America, right? Like, he has
he
more
had like
than
the most
just
goals, right? I think he had like
Portuguese.
6 goals or something.
Behind him.
No, Diaz is
Totally
a good
deserved
player.
Ballon d'Or nominee then.
Yeah,
No, I-
Vinicius should.
Isn't there like 40 people on that nomination list?
Yeah, but you got Copa America, and there's only 4 teams in that conference.
I don't know.
But,
I
I
just
mean,
think
it's
it's
still-
kind of like it's
How
How
kind
many
of.
did how many did he
Yeah,
score
like
against
these-
Brazil and Argentina? That's what you should be looking at, not what he's scoring against Paraguay or something like that.
No, that's a good
I mean,
point.
didn't Chile win it like back to back though?
But Chile's what? Chile
Chile,
hasn't
they
won
won the
anything
Copa America like back to back.
No, Argentina won it last.
like 30
last
years
time.
ago.
Yeah, that was a
No,
while
Chile,
ago.
they beat Argentina like twice. Remember, Messi missed a penalty shootout.
Yeah, that was 2 Copa Americas ago. I think.
Yeah.
That's not that far. How the Copa
8
America
years
feels like
ago.
it comes. I feel like the
It's every
Copa
4
America
years.
comes every like The last time Chile
thought
won
the
the Copa America
Euros.
wasn't that far.
Yeah,
He
it's the
scored
same
4
time.
every
goals.
2
He
years?
scored 4 goals in the Copa America.
I thought it was every 2 years.
Yeah, like you guys are acting like as if that was back in like 07 or something when Chile won
No,
the
I'm
Copa.
just.
And he
I'm
scored.
just saying it's
He
like
scored against
6
Peru.
years.
He scored
I think
2
it's- I
goals
think it's
out of the
unfair.
way. Hold on. Scott said he performed well at Copa America. Okay, in the Copa America, he scored 4 goals. 2 of those were against Peru. Okay,
World class team.
Peru's in. Oh wait, they're not in the
and
World Cup.
1 against Argentina. So we'll give him that. And 1 against Brazil.
Well, I didn't say he did well. I said
Yeah.
he made the team of the tournament.
That's solid.
Like, other
One against
people
Argentina,
decided-
one
Scored on
against Brazil.
Romero. Scored
Yeah,
on
1
Romero.
against Brazil, 1 against Argentina, and 2 against Peru. And he didn't score the rest of the tournament. He didn't score against. He had a really bad game against Venezuela, and
I
he
mean,
had a
that's
really
still
bad
pretty
game
good. I
against.
mean, he's a pretty good
Uruguay.
player, honestly. So.
How did he play against Davidson?
He scored
He's on the
against
same team as Davidson.
games
They
that
both
matter.
play for
well.
Colombia.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Oh, wrong button.
Yikes!
He scared the shit out of me, man. God damn.
That's what I do.
Ah!
Yeah, Colombia was awful in the qualifiers.
Steak, grow up.
No, I was just gonna say. I think it's kind of like. I think you have to put a little bit more respect on the Portuguese league. I think they've produced some really good players.
Nah, man, 5th or 6th league.
Yeah, but I take them over Liga, and honestly, I take
they're in and out, back and forth. Potato,
Yeah,
potato,
but
tomato,
think about
tomato.
think about Man City. Think about their 4 or 5. There are 4 or 5
Yes,
players
that's
that
it.
have all came from the Portuguese league that have been bossing it for City. João Cancelo, Diaz, Ederson, Bernardo Silva, and
But they didn't come right out of the Portuguese.
They didn't come right after though. You gotta like count for the fact that
yeah,
played-
but
They played
they
in
were
the
academy
Liga for
products.
years.
They were academy products.
Right, I mean, but
Eric
we're
Dyer
talking
was an
Wolves.
academy
Wolves comes right out of the Portuguese league. So,
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, there's Bruno
Right.
Fernandes, so he came straight out. You know?
Bruno.
I mean, there's
Penalties.
good. I'm not saying Portuguese players aren't good. There's a lot of really good Portuguese players. I'm not saying that, and
No,
I would
Bruno's a
agree with
fraud,
you.
dude.
I would agree with you that the Portuguese league is probably more consistently difficult than Liga, right?
Yeah.
But you're not. There's no team in the Portuguese league that is at the level of like the top 4 of Paris or of Liga. Right? The top 4 in Liga are at a higher level than the top 4 of the Portuguese league.
Yeah.
Portuguese league is more balanced across the stage.
There's more talents coming from there. Yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah,
I
I agree with that.
Yeah, Marcus Edwards.
I mean,
Eric Dyer.
I just don't think you can rank a league that has Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi, below the Portuguese league. That just seems
Yeah,
that
but
just
it's
seems
like
wrong.
But people act like Liverpool lost. So Liverpool's over since Klopp came in had a specific Moneyball guy that left for Newcastle in January, right, or December, January. That was their main recruitment guy. And their signings since he left have not been at the same quality as when they come in. And then you see guys like Newcastle bringing in players that fit their system really, really well.
Newcastle is looking great.
Newcastle's like
Great signing.
But I think
And Nick
Liverpool.
Pope is a great signing too.
Like, I think Liverpool's going to drop off. I have no disagreement with you there, but they had so much space to drop off. That's I think where the difference comes in, right? Like, I don't think they're a threat to City this year, and I don't think they're going to get 90. What did they have last year? 92 points.
Yeah.
So I think the question then becomes, how much do they drop off?
10 points,
That's where the
82. 82 points is what I got them at.
If
So
they get
easy
82,
third,
that might be
easily
enough for
third,
second.
easily third. We're gonna get 86.
How about 86 when we win the league?
You know,
We're
Arsenal
gonna
fans
play
are putting
Emerson
them in
Royale
second.
as a right
Arsenal
wing
fans
back,
are putting
Fryer
themselves in
Davies.
second, just so you know.
I have us in second place.
Taking
with
the
86
piss.
points.
Literally, I was speaking to my friend who's an Arsenal.
I'm not deluded then.
fan,
They
and
are.
he was like, City. He literally said it with chest. He was like, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Spurs.
Who's that?
I'll back you guys for top four. I was like, shut up, man. What are you talking about? This
I
guy's
back
backing
you for
us top
relegation.
four, man. Oh, what a joke. He's not even. They're not even gonna get top four this
Damn.
season, and it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna love it.
That's
Just
not
watch
the
them
right-
get a Europa Conference League.
That's not the right spreadsheet.
No, because they barely made top like fifth with one game a week, and now they're gonna have your Europa League, Carabao Cup games, FA Cup games.
Yeah.
Hold on. I don't want to
Wasn't
back
that similar for us, though?
Arsenal, but they didn't barely make fifth. I
Okay,
mean,
they bottled
made it
fifth.
pretty easily.
They bottled fourth
Oh, I didn't save
while
my
playing
points.
only one game a week.
I mean,
I'll
weren't
change
we
that.
playing only one game a week for a majority of the season too?
They have a paper thin squad.
Yeah.
Like one
Fair.
injury away from like
After
Party.
that,
It's an El Neni starting.
Honestly, I think what's going to happen is like up to like say 28 games in, you know, it's going to be neck and neck between Spurs, Chelsea, and Arsenal to finish third, fourth, and fifth. And I think that run-in is going to just absolutely destroy them. They're going to drop a lot of points. We'll mostly ride through ours, and we'll finish either third or fourth, and they'll finish fifth.
I got
again.
Arsenal finished in fifth or sixth.
And also,
Yeah.
being that Arsenal is in the Europa League, let's be honest, there's a higher chance that they go further in that competition than we do in the Champions League.
Yeah.
If I'm just looking at it, and then so like
There's more games
know,
anyway. In the
more
UEFA.
games for
be
them.
in
What
the
I'm trying to
Europa
say.
League.
They're gonna get injured.
Sorry, what'd you say, Scott? What'd you say?
I said we could be in the Europa League. I'm not 100%
Yeah, I mean, if we
sure.
do flop-
we'll
if
see
we
the
do
draw,
flop in the
but
group
I'm not
stage.
100% sure we're not.
No, we're getting out.
I mean,
I think we'll get out the
Conte's
group.
record in Europe is very poor.
seen-
He's won.
guys,
He's
we
won
haven't seen
3 in
that
his last
yet.
15 group games.
But we know what pot we're in, so
Yeah, but we could be in a group of death. You
We're
never
in
know.
pot two.
They could throw us
yeah,
into,
but it's just the other. I don't know.
Or we could be in a
think in a
really
couple
easy
of-
group because
I think in a couple of days, right?
because you have
So
winners in pot one. So anybody who's won their league are in pot one, right? So
So it's in pot 2.
We're in pot two.
So we're the runners up in the league.
Liverpool, Atletico Madrid,
Liverpool, us.
those are all in pot 2 with us.
So we get one from pot one, guaranteed.
Yeah,
And then
but
we
it could
get
be like
pot 3 and 4.
Dector's
Yeah.
Convoys or whatever they're called.
Yeah, so we won't play like
Ajax.
yeah.
Wait, why wouldn't we play now?
Turkish, the
play-
Turkish
On the same
winner, the
pot as,
Portuguese winner,
No, we could play
the
another
Swedish
pot one.
winner.
We can play those, or we can't play those.
We can. Those are in pot one.
We'll play it. Yeah.
So
we just gotta hope that we get the
I can
winner
pull it
for like
up.
the Russian league or something like
Yeah,
that.
we
some
could
crap
end up
league.
getting like Malmo or Zenit or something
Exactly.
like that. Yeah.
I
young,
mean,
young
that
boys. I don't know if they won
I
their
just
league.
don't know about Conte's record in Europe. I'm still just a bit worried about that. That's
No, don't worry.
We're not.
I'm
Five
less worried
several.
about Conte's record in Europe than I am about our squad and how already we're seeing like how weak it is despite the transfer window, right?
What if we
Yeah.
win the Champions League?
It's
Pot one.
kind of weird
Honestly,
to say,
I think
but
we're a dark horse team.
we
to
have-
do it.
Let me
We
read. Let
have-
me read the
Crazy,
pots
but
real quick.
I think
So
we're more
pot-
likely to do that than we are to finish second. Honestly.
So let me read the pots
Well,
real quick. So pot one
Yeah, we
is
could.
hold on. Pot one is Real Madrid, Eintracht Frankfurt, Man City, AC Milan, Bayern Munich, PSG, Puerto, and Ajax.
Yeah.
So we could get Frankfurt out of that.
Yeah, give us Frankfurt, please.
And then pot two is Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, RB Leipzig, and us. Pot three is Borussia Dortmund, Red Bull Salzburg, Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter Milan, Napoli, Sporting, and Bayer Leverkusen.
Give us Salzburg.
Pot 3 is Marseille, Club Brugge, and Celtic right now. And then there's still people doing playoffs to see.
Okay, Celtic then.
Yeah, please give us Celtic.
So how does it work? Is it like each group does like? Is it like what?
Like the
It's only
World Cup.
3 pots. There's only 3
No,
pots.
there's 4
and then-
pots. 4 pots.
Okay,
just
so
like
it's
the
one
World Cup.
pot. One. Okay, I got it.
One from each.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm just glad we're in the same pot as Atletico Madrid because I really don't want to play them. That's like the one team that I really don't.
That'll be the most boring match ever.
Because they're just so. It's not obviously.
Can you
like,
imagine
Barcelona now.
Conte and Simeone on the same touchline? Holy
Low
shit!
key,
You talk
guys,
about
low
you talk about
I
fire. on
honestly
this-
think our easiest match, and like this could be just like so stupid to say. It could be like if we get Man City from pot 1, that could be our easiest
We
match.
can't get Man City. It's
English
England.
team in the group
Oh,
stage.
we can't in our
No.
first group. Oh, okay, we can't do that. All right. Well, then I guess it would be like Porto or an Eintracht, like one of those two.
I mean,
Anybody
any
but
of the
Bayern
pot
Munich,
3 teams, I'm not
still-
really.
Oh,
afraid
no,
of.
don't give me PTSD of Bayern Munich.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
just don't give me Bayern Munich, and I'm good. To be honest,
Yeah.
And then the guys in the playoff for to finish out pot 4 are Quarbag versus Victor Pleasant.
Bayern doesn't have Lewandowski anymore, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
that's
the
true.
worst
Yeah,
American
but
show.
They're
it's
still
just-
dangerous. They're still
They have
dangerous.
Mane
It's
now.
They got
just
Sadio
Bayern, man.
Mane.
Bayern
They got
is just one
Mane.
of those teams.
Jesus.
Muller will find a way to score a hat trick. Somehow he'll
Right.
find a way.
Yeah,
Match
okay.
day
Don't worry,
1 starts
Robinson.
September 6th, man. So it's coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
We
Because
got
they
2
want to
weeks.
get the group stages done before November, early November, I think, or
Yeah,
mid-November.
November. Match day 6 is November 1st to the 12th. Or
So what
1st
time would be the draw?
next week, right? This
Oh,
coming
what?
week.
Yeah.
Thursday.
yeah.
Yeah, like 25th.
25th
I think
August,
August.
right? 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
I'm gonna be
Thursday.
watching that live with my hands on my.
Because the
To my steak.
because the
I'll be
first
reading
game is
the-
what, 2 weeks from Tuesday. It's the first
Wow.
first
Jeez.
Champions League game.
World Cup here.
Yeah, the final
Watching
group
Tottenham on a
stage.
Wednesday night.
You play Thursday because you're fucking shy.
Yeah, why are you gonna watch it with your like eyes closed, your hands over your eyes, Sandro? Like you should watch it with enthusiasm because
No.
I watch it with while eating steak for luck.
Dude, I'm just saying Spurs are different in Europe. It's just
Different
it's in the
gravy.
it's in the
Different
Tottenham
gravy.
DNA. Spurs are different in Europe. Doesn't matter
Yeah,
what's going on in
we
the
play
league.
better.
So
That-
can you
crashing
say?
out of the
Players
Conference
love
League.
We
the
lose to
freaking
Murat
Champions
and-
League, man.
Yeah, but-
They
Yeah, I was gonna-
get
I
up
was just
for that
Conference
shit. They're
League.
like
I,
waking
look,
up
hold
the
on.
night
I just
before.
don't think they cared, right? Because when we played in the Europa League and the
Yeah.
Champions League, we actually did fairly well. Right? Like, can you remember how many times we got kicked out of the group stages in the Champions League? Not very many. Once, maybe.
Yeah, with Poch's first season.
Was
Yeah,
it?
but is our team
In
good
it.
enough for the Champions League?
Yeah, we were like at least a round of 16, and most of the time quarterfinal team in the Champions League.
I mean, just look
Did
at
you
our
say-
coefficient. We have an extremely high coefficient
Yeah,
because
higher in Arsenal.
the,
I was gonna
the
say
number
that,
of points.
yeah,
we've
we're
gotten
like
in Europe
13.
over the years.
Could Conte have joined Spurs because of our Champions League pedigree? I think we have better pedigree in Champions League than he does, honestly.
Could be.
Yeah.
He could be.
We have better pedigree in Europe than Arsenal does.
Yeah, I mean,
And personally, I
do
don't
you
know.
even have to say that? I think we.
Yeah,
could
we
just-
have to. We have to say it all the time because they keep
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
how many
but it
times
goes
they won
without-
the league,
that's
and
the
they've
thing,
never,
if you ask me,
ever,
if you
ever
ask
won a
me,
European
would you
trophy.
rather win the
Yes.
league or win the Champions League? I'd
Champions
rather win
League.
the Champions League.
Yeah, same.
One of
Yes.
the main reasons.
I want
is
to go
you
to the
can lord
Emirates
that
and
over
say,
Arsenal fans forever. You know?
Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. That's it.
Yeah,
yeah, at the Emirates, 3-0 up.
That's the fucking yes.
Yeah.
That's the
Even
dream.
even if they're up, we still sing it. That'd be great. Oh, lovely. We're getting ahead
I
of
just hope we
ourselves.
sign it. I just hope we sign another centre back.
I don't think we're going to sign much of anybody, man.
I think
I think
if we
it's time
do
we'll
sign
play.
anyone, it will be an attacking midfielder because that's where all the links are. Zaniola,
Yeah.
Paqueta, this whatever Atalanta dude.
Malowski.
But there's been no centre back links.
That's because
Zilch.
they have to replace Hill or Papa Matrasar.
Yeah.
So
Levy likes a cheeky deadline day deal.
yeah, we
Papa
are now.
Matasar can go out, and we can go
You-
get Wesley
you-
McKinney.
You did
and-
see what
But he
Conte
do
was
well.
like, if a player leaves,
I like
we need a
it. Paratici
replacement.
likes him too.
And apparently, the boss of Valencia said that he thinks the Hill deal will be done next week. So hopefully that means a replacement is lined up. Because Conte said, if the player leaves, I need a
That'll be
replacement.
Malinowski then.
So hopefully,
They'll only let him leave if they already have like a replacement that they feel like.
yeah. So that's why I think if it's progressing, hopefully they believe that they have a replacement. 'cause
I think Malinovsky's coming, honestly, because he's been active on Twitter as well.
he's
like,
cheap as well,
Hey-
bro. He's like 20
Yeah.
million euros. That's
There's still
nothing
11
for
days.
what we
That's a
can
lot
offer.
of time. In the
Oh, get
draft.
out of
A
here,
lot of
Jihan. You might as well just unsubscribe from the channel right now.
Hey, you're a FIFA fan.
okay.
30 minutes.
Seriously, this is the most
really Golden
disrespectful
Boot winner.
comment
Golden
I've ever
Boot
seen
winner,
in
and
my
he's worth
life.
40 million.
This is not
okay.
a honest question at all. 40 million? Are you
I'm
serious?
pretty sure he's like
That's
70
the same
or
as
80.
Arsenal
If you put
paper
Salah on the
Jesus.
market right now, if you put Salah on the market, how much would he go for? That's your answer. There you go. And it
Son
would
is
probably
easy.
even be
At a
more.
minimum 90 million.
Yeah.
150.
At a
Just shirt
minimum
sales.
90
Shirt
million.
sales.
Man City just.
He's not over
Man
30,
United
by the
just
way.
paid
He's 29.
75
He'll be 30.
for
And
fucking
you put-
Casemiro.
No,
Like,
Did he
old
just? If he's
ass
30, he
Casemiro.
just turned 30.
30 in July. Well, he just turned 30 in July.
80 million for Harry Maguire.
And Fofana's going to
Yeah.
Chelsea for
July
Harry
8th.
Maguire.
like, come on, man.
That's
These guys,
fucking
these guys
40
massive.
million.
having a laugh.
Less than Richarlison. You're out of your mind.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Oh
He's not
my
even. He's
God.
not even at his like. It's he's not at his peak yet. I still don't think Son is at his peak. I think he can go higher.
Yeah, when he's like 32.
Yeah, 33. I think he'll hit it.
Like Casemiro, two people are saying Casemiro's old. He's not that old.
He's the
For a
same. He's the same
defensive
age
mid.
as Son. The same
Yeah.
age as
But like
Son.
no, even for a defensive mid, you don't run.
Yeah, like Fernandinho went up to like 36
Yeah,
years old.
35,
That's true,
36 years old for a set.
And
for
he's
a
also
defensive
been playing
mid.
in
like
La
the halo
Liga,
side.
which is like
It
the
was the same
slowest.
thing.
I'd take Casemiro for sure.
Yeah,
dude.
it was the same thing
Yeah,
with
why
Perisic.
not?
People saying, "Oh, he's 33. He's going to be washed."
He's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. He's not. He's not. I suppose that people just like to hate on. They try and find anything to hate on if the signing's a good signing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just of all those players, you look at the midfield like of Real Madrid. I mean,
Yeah,
of all
that's
the
the only
players who are
concern.
reaching the
That's the only
later
concern.
ages, it's probably him who's
I
gonna
gotta-
go.
I gotta-
You know.
I gotta share my screen for this headline though because it's funny
What?
because I've seen it rock on the Twitter as a little
Wait, isn't
bit.
Modric
Here,
like
hold on.
37 though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Modric is older, yet he's gonna be there another year, and Casemiro's.
Why
leaving
can't
after.
we have
So
Modric?
look at this headline right here. Strongest action vowed against fan who allegedly made racist gestures, son. And yet in the picture, how is it allegedly
Allegedly,
when
yeah,
you're
what the
showing
hell
the
is that,
picture
man?
with the guy
Illegal.
doing
Oh
it?
my god.
It's like you have a video of me punching some guy in the face, and it's like Will Stewart allegedly punched somebody in the face. It's like, no, because he did it more than once too.
Yeah, he did
There's
it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or probably even more. It's just the camera caught him twice. Yeah.
idiots.
Also, to answer that question,
Yahoo News.
Mane went for 40 million with 1 year left on his contract or something like that, right? And he's 30
Yeah.
years
Son is
old.
like
Apparently,
a
that
lot.
guy was banned
And
15 hours ago.
Not only was it just like he didn't even like get as many goals as Son, and Son is both footed. So
So
I don't
apparently, that guy actually did get a ban. So Chelsea season ticket holder banned indefinitely by.
oh, he's a
after
season
Tottenham's-
ticket holder.
I mean,
he's
that
been
should be the
allegedly
bare.
racially
That should be the
abused.
bare minimum. It shouldn't be. Oh my god, that's such a great joy. It should be the bare minimum.
No, but I was just saying, like,
I never.
So the
why,
Chelsea
why is it
Football
not just
Club
a
can
lifetime
confirm.
ban? Does somebody know? Like, is there some sort of legal thing? Like, how is it not just an automatic lifetime ban?
That's what he got indefinitely. That's what indefinitely.
Indefinite.
means.
That's what it means. Kate. Fair.
Yeah.
I know. There was some talk like, oh, he was going to get like a 5-year ban. I just don't get lifetime. Done.
Indefinitely
It'll be
means
racist, right? Like
in
it's not like-
perpetuity. So
Yeah.
it says the Chelsea Football Club can confirm that it has identified and banned a season ticket holder indefinitely. December
I guess I was worried indefinitely meant like they were going to decide it later, like in a later time. But fair enough.
Yeah.
If that's lifetime, that's great. I mean, I don't know why there's any debate, right? Just if you're racist, get the fuck out and be done. Shouldn't be any
I
5
agree.
years, 10 years. Just be done. It's not an accident. It's not a mistake. I'm not saying that if you get drunk and fight that it's a mistake. I mean, that's stupid too, right? But at least then you can kind of say, okay, maybe we'll give this guy. If you get drunk and you fight, I'll give you a little bit of.
What's
more.
like
You're
like,
racist. You're racist. Get the fuck out.
what's all this talk recently too about like son's overweight because he eats white rice. Like, what's this dumb crap?
That's
That
literally
just sounds
racist.
racist.
That
That
is
just
racist.
sounds racist.
It is
That's the
racist.
background story that C-Cube knows. That guy who said that also
And
knows more
ignorant.
about Koreans than any other Korean. Right, C-Cube? Am I right?
Yeah, no, he was in Sava's stream earlier in the day and then came back into like in the Wall stream. Or in the earlier stream and Sava stream, he was like getting into an argument with somebody about how he's more Korean than somebody else is. And then
How does that make sense?
How's he? He's either Korean or he isn't.
Yeah, no,
But he
he
knows a lot of
he's
trivia
Korean,
about
but he was
Koreans.
talking about in what ways he's more Korean.
Well, Goguma lives in Korea, so she's
Yeah.
more
Seriously,
Korean
go
than
look at
him.
the chat from Savas just to see the ridiculous.
I don't know.
It was insane.
Yeah, and
But hold on,
and
white
Goguma,
rice.
He was trying to tell Goguma that the root of Korean is like Hebrew, and like
No, it's
arguing
not.
with her about it.
Hebrew.
And then he went and talked
No.
to like sons.
What is
Like,
he on
Okay,
about?
it's not even close to Hebrew, first of all, but there's similarities between a Hungarian and Korean. They're the closest, but they're actually the closest phonetically or linguistically to each other.
Hungarian. I've never seen Hungarian before.
But Korean is very different from Chinese and Japanese. It's completely different.
okay, just guys like
It comes from the Han dynasty, the Han era, way back in Chinese, like the Three Kingdoms era, but way back then. That's where their language origin comes from.
This is also the same guy who earlier in Sava's stream said, he specifically said, we are going to regret not having sold Sun this past summer.
Who's that?
Why would we regret that?
Because he was like, we should have
No,
sold
not
it
Sava,
while
Alex. It's
while
that
we
guy in the
could,
chat.
and we're going to regret it this season that we didn't.
It's like, even if you sell them and you get a lot of money, it's like, who are you going to replace someone of that quality with?
Yeah.
There's only one other left winger I can think of. Is either, I guess you can say Mane or Vinicius Jr., and neither of them are going to come.
Neither
It's
of them
like
are
you
both
have-
footed as well.
Yeah, it's like you have one of
Because
the best
honestly,
left wingers in
Sonny,
the world.
Sonny is both
Keep
footed.
him
As
there.
much as people
Well,
say, oh,
I just want-
he's both footed.
Because, like I said, I'm huge into, or I used to be really big into fitness, and I'm getting back into it now. So I just want to let people know that the glycemic index for white rice and brown rice is basically irrelevant, right? There is a little bit more fiber and a little bit more protein in brown rice, but that's it. There's no difference between brown rice and white rice for the most part. Like it's very insignificant. Like it's not like white bread and wheat bread. There's not that much of a difference.
Isn't there like a
Between-
taste difference though between white rice?
Yeah, white rice tastes a lot better than brown.
Yeah, that's why I eat white rice only. I don't get brown rice.
But actually, I like brown rice personally. I like my rice. I don't like soggy, sticky rice. I like more of
Oh yeah.
like
What,
a
like
drier rice.
Isn't white rice just plain, like no taste? What is it?
It depends on the type of rice you got. You have so Korean short grain rice and like a jasmine rice that you would normally have here in the United States are very, 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 very different. So it's kind of like sushi rice is what they eat every meal.
Yeah, but if you make like say like you're making rice with like chicken just as an example, and you make like a nice sauce that goes with the chicken, you can use that sauce and it'll like taste nice with the rice if you cook it like in a way that
Yeah, brown rice. I mean, brown rice can do the same thing. I usually do in my house. We usually do a 50-50 mix with a little bean that turns the rice purple. I don't know what it's called. Goguma, you can tell me. But that's what we do. So we eat purple rice.
Interesting. I've had purple ice cream before. I don't know what it's called though.
고구마님 그거 뭐죠? 거기 그 보라색 하는 거 있잖아요. I have to wait 10 seconds. Chapsa? Maybe. Could be chapsa. I don't know if you're right or not. I doesn't believe you. But it's this little like bean that goes in the rice. 흑미? 그런 거 같은데? 흑미 같은데? 흑미 맞아. 흑미.
Not a steak. There we go.
So 흑미, 흑미 맞아요. 흑미 맞아요. So it's this, I don't know, but it's black grained thing, and it turns the rice purple when you cook it with rice. Somebody popped in. Who's here? Aaron Dubb's back. What's up, Mr. Dubb?
I just have to jump in for the rice talk. It's and also the Korean bloodline. I think you're talking about more about linguistics, but I don't know if it's correct or not. But I read a book years back and it said that I don't know if anyone's familiar with the blue spot that some people in Mongolia, Korea, and Japan are born with on their bottom. So I think the bloodline of Koreans is different to Chinese, for example. It's, I think, originated in Mongolia, then to Korea, and then on to Japan because of the blue spots exist in all three countries. As far as rice goes, there is so much flavor in rice. If you have khao niao from northern Thailand or Laos, or khao swai from southern Thailand, completely different flavors. So, you know, Korean and Japanese rice, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, and then jasmine and basmati, totally different. Look, I mean, rice is so versatile. It's like pasta, you know.
Yeah, basmati is like Indian, Pakistani, Western China. Jasmine rice is from like southern Asia, Thailand, Vietnam.
It's very fragrant, quite a fragrant kind of rice.
Yeah, and then in northern eastern China, Korea, Japan, they use a short grain. It's what they call sticky rice. It's like what you go when you get, you go to get sushi. That's basically what it is.
It's like
if you go to Walmart and you look
thicker rice. And
it's just a short grained rice.
And then khao niao is the northern Thai and Lao rice, which is even more sticky. It's glutinous rice and it's steamed. You have to stick it in water for like 24 hours and then you steam it, rather than in a bamboo basket, and you get a lovely almost bamboo scent from it. It's that's my favorite rice in the world. Lockman knows glutinous rice. Yeah, khao niao in Thai.
But we have what we eat at my house is like, it's like a 50-50 mix of brown rice and white rice with maybe, so I guess it'd be 40-40 and then a 20% black rice. It's black, but when you cook it when you steam it with the other rice, it turns it purple. So
I know, I've had the purple rice before. Is black rice a natural thing, or is it like toasted rice, or how does it get the black?
It's a natural thing. It's called hook me, and anyway, but it's a lot more healthy for you. It's a lot more fibrous. A lot of the times, let's say you have a little bit. This is going to get a little bit weird now, so people, please forgive me. If you get a little bit of indigestion, the black rice can literally come out all by itself, like you never even. Like it hasn't been digested at all. I mean, that's how fibrous it is. Like it just comes right back out. As it is, kind
of like a pint of Guinness if you drink, or
like corn or whatever. I don't know. The black rice comes right out. Not all the time, but sometimes it can come right out, just like it is.
So that's gonna be on Wank to Wank probably next time.
It is what it is,
Cubes. I saw that guy in the chat. I bought. He was just ridiculous. It was so annoying.
He's probably not even as Korean as me.
Yeah. It was so frustrating. He just kept on going on.
I'm a bald white guy that's 6'5".
It started this morning in Sava's, and he was saying
greatest
some crazy,
Korean that ever lived
ridiculous stuff, and then it like. Then he went into Bobspurs and then continued to say ridiculous things.
It was the same guy who was talking about rice is the equivalent to eating two muffins every. He was driving me mad. And in the end, Bob said,
rice does have a high glycemic index, which means it does increase the insulin response in your bloodstream. But it's a fast digesting rice. So it's almost like fruit has a high glycemic index, right? So fructose, but it's digested quickly. It's utilized quickly as energy in the bloodstream. Rice is the same way. So it's not like if you're trying to lose weight, like if you're really, really trying to lose weight, it's not a slow digesting carb, right? So you're not going to want to eat like, 700 grams of rice a day, right? Like that's not going to help you lose weight. You're going to continue just spiking your insulin. But Go look at Japan, Korea, and China, and tell me the average weight of the people who live there. It's not going to be like it is here. I can tell you that right now. They eat rice 3 times a day. So
it's just like that's a stupid topic. It's just,
why would you bring that up?
Actually, if you even just like, okay, eye test, you just look at the players on the field. Like Son is actually, he's pretty tall. Like he is tall. He's like 6 foot, but he is like one of the most lean players on the pitch.
Just look at his Calvin Klein ad.
I wonder what Eric Dyer eats or Davison Sanchez.
Eric Dyer eats steak for sure.
But that guy said
steak.
Mine ad was Photoshop. So
I can't really think of any kind of overweight players these days compared to like back in the 80s where you'd have lads that were proper overweight. Like they're all...
There's that one guy who played for what's that called? He wasn't overweight, man. He's pure muscle, that guy. Yeah. Oh, is he
if you want to see how careful Son is about his diet, just go watch like the Korean Englishman. Have you guys ever seen that YouTube? Son's been on there a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
He came on one time where he was eating desserts, and the guy was just taking nips of it. Like he wouldn't even take a whole spoonful because of his diet. Like his desire, like trust. If his dad won't even let him get married, you think his dad's letting him eat donuts on the weekend? It's not happening, right? I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, but one time he had 2 muffins, so.
2 muffins too. Is it whole brand? A muffin can be really good. A muffin can actually be very low on the glycemic index, depending on what the muffin is made of.
Or just pure muffin.
What type of muffin?
In cycling, they load up on carbs and sugar. Like professional cyclists load up on carbs and sugar. It's
carb loading before, and especially like you're wanting to eat a lot of carbs right before and after your training. Like for me, even when I train, when I do things, I eat a handful of gummy bears right after my workout, along with my post-workout meal, because that spikes your insulin, which carries all of those BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, into your muscles, and it helps you to recover faster. It actually increases. Insulin is one of the most anabolic hormones in the human body. So when you use it, you can utilize that before and after training to increase the anabolic response in your muscles, to help you grow muscles and help you recover. It can be very helpful if you use it right. Now, if you're just spiking your insulin all the time, right, then you're gonna become a diabetic and you're gonna gain a bunch of weight. That's just how it works. But
first thing they do after they finish the stage in cycling, after cycling like 175 kilometers or up and down the Pyrenees mountain or the Alps, first thing you see them do when they cross the line is they get handed a can of Coke or a can of 7-Up or a Sprite or something.
Yeah, like you see those packets that the players are sucking on. It's 100% glucose. Yeah. It's just a glucose. It's a fast acting carbohydrate that allows that spikes the insulin in the middle of the thing.
Orange juice or thing.
Yeah,
and it helps a lot. Especially like I remember when I played rugby. You're playing a tournament, 3 matches in a day. You're halfway through your second match, you're starting to feel a little lightheaded, and you get one of those things, and that just like jolt of
that's
sugar,
why like Gatorade is just sugar water. Like people don't realize that all Gatorade is salty, sugary water. That's all it is. And the reason why you do that is you're not supposed to drink Gatorade when you're not like working out. It's good during and after a workout, but it's not good to drink all day. It's probably one of the most sugary drinks that you could get. So like we saw Dan earlier at night drinking that Body Armor. Body Armor is a little bit more healthy for you than Gatorade, but that's not. You'll get fat if you just drink Gatorade all the time. It's not a healthy drink.
His thing.
It's just it's meant to put glucose into the bloodstream, because when you do physical activity, that's the energy. That's what your body uses to create ATP, is the glucose in the bloodstream. So if you're already at a low body fat percentage, you don't have fat that can be turned into glucose, which then can be turned into ATP. Like for me, I'm trying to lose weight. So I want my body to utilize the fat stores that I already have, turn that into glucose, That's what ketosis is. And then utilize that for energy when I work out. So I'm trying to stay low. But if I was an athlete at 10 to 8% body fat, I don't have any fat. Right? Like, you don't have fat. So you need those fast acting carbohydrates, those, Yes,
What's your
Ryan,
thoughts
anyone
on-
can join the panel. The link is pinned to the top of the chat.
Will, what's your thoughts on Pocari? I mean, you probably came across that in Korea.
Who?
Pocari. It's called Pocari Sweat, but they misspelt it. And they call
Pocari Sweet.
Yeah. You know it.
So gross.
Yeah, no, it's
Pocari-
delicious. I love it.
It's
really
like
good.
a grapefruit flavored soda.
But it's no fizz in it.
There's a fizz. Pocari Sweet's a little bit fizzy. It's because it's got citric acid in it, which makes it taste. It has a little bit of fizz. It's not like a CO2 carbonated, but it's it has so citric acid will do a similar thing that CO2 does in a soft drink. It'll make it have like a bubbly type deal.
The Pocari I had in Japan was totally dead, as in no fizz whatsoever. But doctors actually prescribe that to kids who are have fever or recovering from dehydration or something like that. And we used to be able to buy it in Ireland. Can't get it now, but that's for me my favorite sports drink. It's I don't know if there's sugar in it though, but it's so good. It's like I said, recommended by doctors in Japan, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, it's like a Gatorade type deal.
Without coloring though, it's just kind of a watery.
What's up, Ryan?
Color.
Well,
What's going on, man?
yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah. Just wanted to bring up a few things actually about Tottenham, to be honest.
Sure.
Today's for us it's yesterday, but obviously because I'm in the UK. But I think we played okay today, but yesterday. But I think that Son does need a bit of a rest, though. I don't know if that's what everyone else's opinion is on that, but I just think he's so tired from coming back from Korea.
I don't know if he's necessarily tired. I mean, the season just started. You'd think this would be when he'd be have the least amount of energy, but there's some times though it takes people to get into a stride of things. I just think that if you pull him out, don't mind. If people want to test it, you can, but I guarantee you'll be far less happy with a Richarlison start than you will with a Son start, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe, but it's weird because when we first got Richarlison in, I wasn't kind of quite sure, but after seeing the first couple of games, I think he's performed okay. I don't know. I mean, yesterday he didn't really perform that well, but I mean, I think he might need to start though. I don't know. What does everyone else think?
I'm in complete agreement with you there, Ryan.
But doesn't start.
Yeah, and also like Sonny, although he's my favorite player, I think it might not do any harm just to sit out the first half on the bench.
It's like,
yeah, Forest, like they're not exactly the best team on the planet, So, yeah. So I'm in agreement. I know the panel's split on this one. We have kind of talked about it, but I think it would do Sonny the world of good just to have a little bit of time on the bench. I'm not talking about a little bit of time in terms of like more than one game, but just at least 45
Just for people that are
minutes.
curious, I didn't boot him.
He just came in to stir a debate and left.
No, I mean, he probably lost his signal. He was on his phone, it seemed like. So.
My battery's about to go.
But Ryan, if you're ready to come back, you can, but we're only going to be staying on for about 15 more minutes. There he is.
Eugene is as soon as Eugene said, I'm gonna join you guys soon, that's when Will's like, you know what, we're gonna only be
No, he always joins at the end of the stream. I do 3 hours. That's it, man. I'm not doing a 5-6 hour stream anymore.
You'd have an hour Eugene in his car stuck in traffic ranting, man.
Guys, I'm gonna have to go. Like a week ago. It's like
Lads, my battery's about to go. So listen, sorry as always, Will. Thank you very much, and see you, Cube. See you, everybody.
Steak.
All right.
Your blue cheese is about to go. What did you say?
Blue cheese? What?
Blue cheese and steak. Oh, beautiful, delicious. Man, you can't beat that.
I know you. I know you're a big blue cheese fan. That's
Oh yeah. Yeah, Stilton on steak, mate. Stilton on steak. Lovely. Lads, my battery's about to hop off here, so talk to you all soon.
I thought you said your blue cheese was about to.
Same thing.
Battery, blue cheese, tomato. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. All right, guys, take it easy. Talk to you all next week. Cheers, guys.
See ya.
Hi.
Peace.
But no, but Ron.
Yeah, go on, Will. Sorry.
Yeah, so for Sonny, I just don't think that I just don't think that Richarlison's the same quality as Son is, right? So I mean, by bringing Son off, what are you hoping to accomplish? Because Son is a confidence player, right? So if you take him off, that's not going to help his confidence. That's going to hurt it.
I don't agree with that, Will. I think if he's got a bit of a rest, he gets a chance to what's the word I'm looking for? Recharge his batteries a little bit, and then have Richarlison play for like an hour and bring Son on for the last half an hour.
Yeah, for me, I would rather play Son for the first 45 minutes and bring Richarlison on at halftime. That's what I would rather do.
But then, right, Spence, I think he needs to have a chance though. Jed Spence.
Nah.
Spence isn't even making the bench, man.
No, I mean he. To be honest, I think. Well, what's the point in getting him then if we're not going to even start?
There was no
like,
point. That's the point. Conte didn't want him.
Like, yeah.
I tried to tell people that. I tried to tell people that, but everybody told me I was a nutter.
You are.
No, but
you still are.
But the thing is, though, right? If we didn't want him, right, then why did we get him and then not just loan him back out, or why didn't we just get him and then just play him straight from the get-go? Because Ryan Sessegnon, he's not had a bad couple of games, but I think we could use Spence with just the speed that he's got running down the wings in that right wing back.
You mean Emerson?
Emerson, sorry, yeah, we're getting the wrong positions now.
The reason we bought him was because Levy wanted him.
Yeah, Levy wanted him.
The club wanted him. And
I
Conte
want to
doesn't
say
want him.
Matt Doherty
Conte
again.
doesn't play players he doesn't want.
Yeah,
so
Levy,
anyone thinking that Conte gave his stamp of approval or whatever they want to say, Conte's shown us by when he said he wasn't my signing, and now not even bringing him on the bench. And I would say not even on the bench, and it doesn't seem like Doherty is even healthy, right? Because it's not like he's bringing on him to replace Emerson. Like Emerson, if I'm not mistaken, is playing 90% of the minutes. Did he even come off at all in either game?
Yeah, no, I don't think he did. But I think Cubed is gonna take it early night. She said she's got to rock and roll. She's been up since 4 in the a.m. I've been up since 7:30 too myself. It's been a long day.
It's 5:30 in the morning, so.
But see, Cubed, where do people find you at? Just on streams, or do you have a Twitter that people can find you at? Is it like
I'm floating
Lego
around.
Batman at Lego Batman?
I'm floating around on streams. Yeah, so I do have a Twitter, like at the Only Cubed on Twitter if you guys want to find me, but I don't really tweet.
Oh yeah.
I really don't tweet at all. Like I literally following up.
The Tottenham Twitter. That's where all the fires
follow
at.
me back on Twitter, Cubes.
What's that? Was that Eugene?
Cubes, you gotta follow me back on Twitter. You gotta follow me back on Twitter. I followed you. You gotta follow me back.
I not? I'll take a look. Yeah, I don't even tweet though, but you know, if you want.
I know.
That's where all the fire is. That's where all the fight is.
I'm just
I hate Twitter.
I'm just sort of floating around everywhere now on different streams and defending Sunny. And I'm also going to be.
That's what I do on Twitter.
Tottenham away on Fridays for Spurs Americana. If you want to check it out on Fridays on Tottenham Way.
Yeah.
Wait.
So Tottenham away, we got the Spurs Americana. I'm gonna try to be on there next week. I couldn't get on there this week. I had some. My kid had it's like school started, and so like they had band instrument selection day or something. I don't know, but Yeah.
Well, but yeah.
Good night.
Even there. All right.
Have a good
Thanks,
have a good
guys.
rest, Q.
Everybody, bye.
Are you trying to rush her off there,
Right, catch you
Eugene,
later.
or what?
Bye.
She's like, hurry up, get out of here, CQ. Good night. Interrupt her in
she's
mid sentence.
tired, man. Yeah.
She's a big girl.
tired,
She wants to
right?
leave. She'll leave. You don't need- All right, shut up. Stop talking. Get out of here.
But Phil, can I ask you, how far do you think we're going to go in the Champions League this year? Honestly, because I think we could make another final.
I mean, we could. It's always possible. Is it likely? Probably not. I'm thinking quarterfinal, semifinal, maybe.
Yes, semi.
I think Conte is going to dump the Champions League. We'll be out in group stages.
No, there's no way we go out in the group stage.
Eugene, you're negative more than Scott.
The amount of money. Hold on. No. Daniel Levy won't let us go out in the group stage because the amount of money just for getting to the. Hold on. The amount of money just to getting to the knockouts is enormous. It's like 30 million just to get to the knockout.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
You don't even have to win.
Yeah.
But do you know what the weird thing is, though, right? When we
Okay,
come up against Arsenal, for some reason, at the Emirates, I think we always seem to have a bit of a problem there, and I don't know what it is, but there's just something weird that we can't ever get to the we can't do it at the Emirates. Is there?
Yeah. Well, we could never do it at Stamford Bridge either, and we got a draw there last week. So.
Well, the last game, it was Nuno in charge. The game before that, we had a red card, and Son got injured.
Yeah.
And the previous one I forgot. So
We can't do it because we got stuck players. That's why we can't do it.
No, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll at least get it. We'll at least get a point out of the North London Derby at Arsenal. I think.
we'll win.
Would you guys want to stay in? So if you had the choice, like if somebody said, okay, you would pass the group stages and get kicked out in the quarters, or go into the Europa League, far into the Europa League, so like get out in the group stages and then
Champions League quarters.
Yeah, Champions League quarters every day of the week.
Yeah, because then you're playing less. Yeah, I was gonna say like you're playing less games, so your squad gets less tired.
You don't have the humiliation of dropping down.
Dropping.
Yeah.
To the league, yeah.
But you have a chance of winning a European
And you
trophy.
get that boost of money.
We've already won the Europa League twice. We don't need to win it a third time.
Yeah, we don't need to win it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the last time? That's been years.
Oh, it was before it was called Europa League.
70s.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, we've won it.
Before I was born.
It's the same about our rivals. You know.
Maybe it was the 80s. It might have been the 80s. It was
But
82.
can I ask a question to everybody actually at the moment?
Yeah, go
If
ahead.
you had to win the Premier League or the FA Cup and the League Cup, what would you choose?
Premier League.
Premier League.
All day.
Yeah.
Premier League, man. Of course, Premier League.
I'd rather take 2 trophies over 1 because then it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
haven't
then
won
that's
the
just-
Premier
How
League.
about is nothing? It's like
1984 was the second
We
last
haven't
time.
won the
we won.
Premier League since it's been like the new Premier League, like since it's been called that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
since-
Since like
since,
'92, we haven't.
61, we haven't won a Premier League.
1984 was the
Yeah.
last time that we won the Europa League.
Yeah.
Was it even called the Europa League back then, or was it called
Europe.
like the
UEFA Cup.
Europa Cup,
probably.
UEFA Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have Arsenal
Yeah, so-
won the Europa League? I don't think they have, right?
No.
Or the Cup.
Arsenal's
Winners' Cup.
never won. So
Never
the
won a European trophy.
so Cup Winners' Cup was just like if you won a FA Cup or whatever you played somebody
I
else.
thought it was the Champions League.
No, I thought
No. Cup Winners' Cup's not the Champions
No, I
League.
thought
Cup,
Cup Winners' Cup is the first team from every league. I'm pretty sure. No.
no, it was the guy who won the cup, the FA Cup.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like FA Cup. It's
like Coppa Italia.
it's like the Conference League now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Intertoto Cup. Yeah.
And it was like there was like 5 or it was like 8 teams total or something like that.
Wait, so
and it
then-
was like
So then is it technically?
it was a
like
real
the
small
league, or did-
tournament.
No, because
Cup Winners'
Yeah.
Cup was like a nothing trophy even back then. It was like below the Champions. You had can't remember what the Champions League was called. It was like the Champions Cup or something like
European
that.
Cup.
Called, the
European
European Cup.
European Cup. And then you had the UEFA Cup, and then you had the Cup Winners' Cup. That was the order.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
the Cup Winners' Cup stopped in like the 70s or 80s. Like they stopped doing it all together.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
And then
soon.
Europe, it got kind of merged into the Europa League. So that's why when you get if you win the FA Cup, you qualify for the Europa League.
Yeah.
I don't know if people knew that or not, but if you win the FA Cup, you qualify for Europa League.
Yeah.
And so that's when that started.
Yeah.
Was when the Cup Winners' Cup disappeared back in like the 70s. Arsenal has won one Cup Winners' Cup, but they've never won the Europa League.
And we have 2 Europa Leagues.
We have 2. We've won 1 Cup Winners' Cup, and we've won 2 Europa Leagues or UEFA Cups.
Yeah, because we haven't won anything but the 2. That was the last time we won anything. Was the 2 UEFA Cups back then?
Yeah, it's 1972, 1984. Cup Winners' Cup, 1963. But
What? They have something called the Inner Cities Fairs Cup. What is that?
we've been in the European Cup. We entered the which is the Champions League back in 1961-62 when we won the league. But
The League Cup.
that was the first time.
Wasn't it? The 1960-61? If I remember rightly.
62. Yeah. I think that's the year we won the league, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, 61, right?
Yeah.
When the
60-61. So the next year we played in the European Cup.
the league ends in 1. The year ends.
That was our first time in a European. We were the first English club to win a European trophy. So
Yeah.
But what was everyone's favourite strike partnership? If you had to choose a strike partnership, what would have been everyone's favourite?
for Tottenham,
strike?
Son and Kane. No,
Yeah.
no, easy, Son and Kane. For Tottenham.
Yeah, I think looking around at the panel, it's going to be a lot of Son and Kane.
Bobby Keane and Dimitar Berbatov.
I was going to say
They were a
Berbatov.
good partnership too, but they didn't score near as many goals as Son and Kane have.
I think Berbatov, but Berbatov also he played better for United, didn't he? So he had.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. But I think, do you know what? Talking about United, I think they're going to go down this year.
Down? Manchester
Yeah, I think
United
so as
dog?
well. I think so. I think so as well.
I don't know about that.
The person to the left is speaking facts.
That's more reactionary.
7th, 8th, maybe. No, I think
than
United
Arsenal
will get.
fans saying they'll finish second.
I think United will get. I think it's between United and Arsenal for that 5th spot.
I don't think
they have a chance. I don't think they have a chance. United.
But I think, do you know what though, Bill? I think we might even finish second, and we might even push Man
I think
City
we'll
to the
finish
last.
second too. I don't think we'll push Man City. I think Man City will have between 6 and 9 points on us, but I think that we'll finish above Liverpool.
I think City could.
In fact,
have
I'm almost positive.
Point season.
But
Don't tell Saba though, because we'll have a brain aneurysm. We'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow, you better. As we're closing out the show, because we got 2 minutes left here before I hit the stop button, because I'm starting to get a headache, so I need to go take some medicine.
Take it on stream.
My my shoulder's a bit tight from lifting, so it's starting to, creep up the back of my neck.
You're back to the gym again?
Inject that steak
Back
juice.
in the gym, man. Back in the gym. Can't you tell? Thinner and leaner. All right, got a little bit of the arms coming underneath the shirt there.
Can't tell when you're on camera.
Are you gonna do
You're driving, that's why you can't tell.
Are you gonna do a preview show for the games or no? Or is it just after the game?
I just really do pros. Sometimes last year I did sometimes pre-post, but pre-post it's like you're almost talking about the same dang thing.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like why even mess with it?
Okay,
Post is a lot more
we should have
fun.
done our predictions then. It's too late now, but we should have done.
We can do predictions for next week. We do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's do pre-post for all at the same time. But we've got tomorrow. I'll be on Henry Wright's show at about 3:30 Eastern time, 8:30 UK time. That should be fun. Sam Henry will be,
Gone well.
That's always
Roast them. Roast them.
Yeah, and we've Stella on too. That's
I wish it was after. I wish the Liverpool game was before that show though. So when Liverpool doesn't win again, I can say maybe City will lose.
What if Man U actually win that game?
Do you think it's going to be a tie then between Liverpool and United, or United win?
Yeah, I think it's going to draw. I think they'll draw.
Draw.
And Klopp's gonna whine about getting the points.
No, he's gonna say
You should give it to me because you cancel.
Too short.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go around the horn. I'm gonna go around the horn here and let people sign off. So Sandra or not Sandra.
Sandra. Oh god.
It's all good.
Nothing wrong with your name, dear Sandra. Sandro, what's going on, man? Where people find you? Where can they look you up? Where can they hit you up if they need to hit you up?
Yeah, you can just find me on this show. Honestly, I'm just on this show pretty much every time he goes
Good
live.
deal.
So
We love having you on here. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anything like that you want to plug or no?
nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. Abdul Kareem.
Yeah, you find me on the show. Rarely you find me on Football Terrace. I was gonna go on today, but I was so tired after the Spurs game. To be honest, I was like, you know what? I'm just going back to bed.
What did you think about Terry's rant today about how Harry Kane isn't a legend?
I seen that. Yeah, I seen it. Listen,
that's ridiculous.
He's got his head so far up Jess's ass. It's not even.
Yeah,
funny,
that's
man.
what I was gonna say. Yeah.
It's crazy. Like people keep saying, like I keep saying, Harry Kane is a big game.
Kane's
player.
probably the best ever English striker in the Premier League.
Like he scores clutch goals all the time. Yeah, they may not come in finals or like semifinals.
Does that matter?
Like,
No.
I mean,
But
like
it's the whole Jordan. But by his logic, Jordan's better than LeBron James, right?
Oh,
Because Jordan has more trophies. That was his whole
I guess
point.
Eric's
Harry
promoting
Harry
is
Kane
bigger
can't
than
be a legend.
Arsenal.
Harry Kane can't be a legend because he doesn't have any trophies. Is what he said, basically.
Oh, that's rubbish.
I mean, he's saying Harry Kane can be a Premier League legend until he has like some.
He can be a Spurs legend, but he can't be a Premier League legend.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he was saying. Which to be honest, that's not something too crazy to say. To be quite
No,
honest.
because you're talking. Those are team trophies, right? Those are team trophies. If you're talking about individual trophies, like I think of legends, players as legends as themselves. Like I think Gerrard's a legend because of what he did on the field by himself. Right?
But he won the Champions League though.
He
But
carried
he didn't win. I don't think he didn't win a league at.
He won the
at,
Champions
No, he
League.
didn't.
Champions League.
One Champions League, that's it.
Yeah,
Against
But
Milan. I think.
but like even Shearer didn't win a lot of trophies.
Shearer won the Premier League though. He won the Premier League.
Yeah, but he didn't win a lot. He didn't win a lot of trophies.
he won one Premier
Yeah,
League.
but like at least he has one. And also like I
So
feel like
Harry
winning,
Kane, all it takes is him for him to
So
win
Jay
one because
Walker's
that's
a legend, right?
Yeah, that's honestly what people are gonna say.
That's
Once he
pretty
wins
much
one,
it,
they're
yeah.
gonna
Jay
say it.
Walker's a legend.
oh but hold on, when Harry Kane wins one, they're just gonna say, oh, but he's only won one though.
Yeah, it's
No.
not the Champions
Harry Kane
League.
goes on the bench
there's
next year at
some-
City
there's
and they
some
win, he's a legend.
trophies- There's some trophies that mean more. Like if Harry Kane wins a Premier League with Spurs, that means way more than winning 2 with Man City.
That's the English captain.
What if he goes to
winning
Man
an
City and
English
wins
trophy.
5? The next 5
With
years, he
Spurs,
wins
who haven't
City,
won it in,
there's
like,
nothing for them. He's a legend.
60 years or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
He
he's a
sits on the
Premier League
bench.
legend at that point.
He sits on the bench and wins a trophy. He's a
He plays
legend.
for Spurs, scores 50 goals a year the next 5 years, not a legend. Goes to City, does nothing, wins 5 titles, doesn't even play a game.
He's a legend.
That's,
It's a
that's
silly
what I'm saying.
for me. Legendary status comes down to the player's individual accomplishments, not the teams. Right? You can be a legend and not play for a championship-winning team. I think. That you have those in baseball, basketball, football. You know.
But don't you think Kane should be able to win at least one League Cup or FA Cup with Spurs? Because
But you don't think Dan Marino? You don't think Dan Marino's a legend?
Yeah, but he will always his legacy will always be tainted. Him,
Yeah, like Harry Kane can have that same taint, right? The legend
Danny
without
Thomason.
a trophy, but he's still a legend. That's my
Charles
point, right?
Barkley. Yeah, he's still a legend, but like people will never give people like Charles Barkley the respect. Charles Barkley won an
Charles
NBA
Barkley gets
MVP.
respect.
Yeah, but he will always be talked about as a guy that never
Yeah,
won
you
shit.
can talk smack about him. You can use it to smack about him. I don't mind if people talk smack, but it's a fact that he's you know, if he lives throughout history with the same, you know, type of legendary status as Charles Barkley and Dan Marino did, even though they never won anything, he's still a legend. Man. People talk about those guys all the time. They're talking about greats in specific positions, you know.
Yeah, but they'll never get the respect they deserve. Like, you have to win. You have to win a couple of trophies. Like, you can't just, like, I get it. Your goals will mean a lot. Like, Harry Kane will probably go down as all-time Premier League goal scorer, but he needs to have
that
some
in
trophies.
itself is like
he needs that. I feel like he needs that. If you're not going to win a trophy,
minimum.
it needs to be all-time. He needs that. You can't be coming in third place and have no trophies with it.
Like, Alan Shearer's name is like, it's like etched in like legendary status because he has the most goals in the Premier League.
Exactly. It's kind of like,
did Barry Sanders ever win a Super Bowl?
No, he didn't win it. Barry Sanders, LaDainian Thomas,
he's a legend too,
all these
man.
guys.
Talking about MVP, he's got like a 4-time rushing leader.
But imagine if he would have won. If he would have won a Super Bowl, you'll probably go down as like the greatest running back.
Yeah, but isn't there like only one trophy that you can win in the NFL each year? Right?
No, there's several trophies. They just don't talk about them. Like the AFC, NFC Championship have their own trophies too. They just don't mean anything.
I don't think people don't really classify those as trophies though. You got to win.
They're technically trophies though. You got the Lampard.
You got a ring for it,
it's like
right?
winning
Lombardi.
Winning a summer league championship is a trophy, but nobody cares about that.
No, AFC champions and NFC champions. There's an actual trophy. I can't remember what each one's called, but they actually give you a trophy when you win your conference.
Yeah, I know they give you a trophy, they give you a T-shirt and a hat.
Huh?
Yeah, like a
You got a ring
conference
with it?
title.
Yeah.
I was going to say the AFC. I think it's called the Lamar Hunt Trophy.
Yeah, Lamar Hunt. Yeah,
Right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's some guy out of Missouri that did a bunch of crap or something. I don't know. The U.S. Open for soccer is called the Lamar Hunt Trophy too, or the Lamar Hunt Open. He's got a lot of crap named after him.
Yeah.
Whoa,
but, like,
But Mr. Scott, where do we find you at?
I'm just as usual. I'm in the chats all the time. If not,
Always in the chat, horn yourself out on Jacob and Colin's show, and what
that's
else?
right. Yeah, we
Bob.
have on Tommy's channel. Colin's been doing the kind of I call it late night because it's late night in North America, I think it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, usually UK. So any of the North American fans that are here, you know, it's late night, weeknight. We pop up every once in a while. Take a look.
Weekdays when I don't do stuff, which is fine. I don't do stuff.
Not like was it last summer you were doing like 5-6 shows a week? With
Yeah, but most of those were in the daytime. We did the one with Cody and me, and then we did fantasy, but that lasted like 3 weeks because I was like get like 20 viewers, and I was like, what the heck am I doing this for? And that was a lot of work to put together. There was a lot of graphics, and it was a lot of work to do that show. We've got the league if anybody wants to join. A lot of people already are. There's like 100 people in that league, but
yeah, I'm like 20th.
I'm like 70 something. I haven't had a good week.
Will, is that the fantasy?
Yeah, fantasy league. Yeah.
Pop that into.
Well, do you know what? I had to do, talking about that, I had to use my free hit for this weekend, man.
Free hit?
Yeah.
Why?
You should have used the wild card. Don't use the free hit.
No.
You get another one.
Because well, no, yeah, but then, you know what? I've used my wild card this week because it was for next week just to see how it went. But then, Will, last year, yeah, right. You know, when I went up the league in the league, right, and you right, I actually then used my free hit then as well.
Well, yeah. I didn't do too great last season, and to be honest with you, I haven't been paying attention. To be honest with you, I've just been making a transfer here and there, but I paid attention to my first pick. But then Harry Kane let me down, and so I removed him, and then he scores 2 weeks back to back, so I removed him. So and then Son's been letting me down the last 2 weeks, but
sell him so I can get points.
Pick him up.
Dude, I ain't selling him. I don't sell Son. Son's a staple.
I've given up on
FPL code.
still have time. Yeah.
The code in my FPL is. I'll
Put
put
in
it
the description.
I'll put the link in the chat so people can. It might
Yeah,
be. It might be the old one. Let's see. Dudo. Fantasy. And my league code is
Steak.
Invite people to join this league. The league code is JTAXCG, and then there's going to be a link in the chat in about 30 seconds. You can just click it, and it'll automatically auto-join you to the league. But
yeah, because I'm in your league, Will. I think I'm like 81st.
yeah, I'm right down there with you, buddy. I'm at.
I just went lower.
Where am I at now?
I think
I got a green arrow.
might be by the end of the season. I think it'll be me and you fighting it out near the bottom.
Yeah, I'm at 76 right now. I got on 104 points, but it's still tight. Like even first place is only like 180, so
Yeah.
74 points can be easily made up. But
Yeah, it's a long season, isn't it? So hopefully we can come. Hopefully one year I'll
my
be fighting.
brother's in sixth place.
Blimey.
Yeah. He doesn't. He's been a football fan for like midway season last season, but he had Tony. This guy, man. He had Tony, Jesus, Martinelli, Madison, and Perisic on his team, and they all scored almost. He got returns out of all of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he needs a Zaha.
Holy shit.
It's got Tony, Jesus, Holland, Martinelli, Madison, Salah, Perisic, Cucurella, Alexander-Arnold, and Cancelo. That means a decent team.
Is that the same Cucurella that Romero pulled down
Yeah,
last
pulled
week?
his hair. Okay, Leeds.
Yeah, I put in my team as well. He's only 5 mil.
And then for my team, so he's on 44 points. It looks like he played his wild card though. He had to make up for some mistakes. I don't know why. Well, it's worked for him because he's just like sixth in the league. He's got 166 point overall rank is 869,000. So that's pretty high for this early in the thing. Mine is not great. Mine is let me see. I guess I could put it up on screen if people really wanted to know, but I've got on my team I had Jesus, Mitrovic, Holland, Salah, Neto's son, Trippier, James, Robertson, and Veltman.
Okay.
So it's a decent team.
So you've got one of the same as me. Then you've got Haaland, but I've got Harry Kane, Son, Kulu in now as well.
I had Harry Kane in there for week 1, but I took him out because I wanted to bring Salah back in because I kind of got kicked in the nuts with that goal and assist that he got on the first day. And then Salah too had, I thought, a very easy, run of fixtures, but he hasn't. Ever since I brought him in, he hasn't been scoring. So.
Nah, but I tell you who's kicked everyone in the bollocks a little bit. Oh, sorry about my language. Yeah, who's kicked everybody in the nuts? Yeah, right. Is Mitrovic, especially on that opening day?
Yeah, I didn't have him for the opening day, but he's got pretty decent returns the last 2. I've got him. He's got 6 points today.
Yeah,
could have had more.
I kept Leon Bailey, and I'm happy.
I never had Bailey. I might have had him like way back early on mid-season, but I tried him out. But the he's got 18 points in total, which is pretty high. And then I'm trying to see.
Whose cat is that?
Yeah, 2 goals against Liverpool.
He's a kitten.
Nothing against Wolves, and then one goal today. So Yeah, Fulham is looking decent. To be honest with you, better than I thought.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, don't you start now, Ali.
But who's next on the list to tell us
Good
what they
alley.
are, what they're gonna do? We've got Mr. Scott M. We already asked you. Ryan, where can people find you at? Do the people find you anything special?
Well, not really. I'm probably going to be trying to jump on as many other people's to have a chat with, like, you, if that's okay again, Will.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, I'm probably going to be with the Irish Hotspur for a while. So yeah, you'll be able to catch me on there for probably whenever he's live next. You'll catch me
on the call-in show.
Yeah, well, on the members call-in show, yeah.
Yeah, he does those on Mondays usually, right? Mondays or Tuesdays.
Yeah, so I'll probably be on that tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, or you'll either catch me on Will's or Dave's. So yeah.
There you go, peanut butter and jelly. You've got Eugene. Where do people find you at? Are you doing streams again, Eugene? Or are you not streaming? People give me crap about not streaming. You don't ever stream, bro.
I stream once a week now, Will.
I went 2 weeks without doing a show, and people were giving me crap. Not even 2 weeks, like 10 days.
But Will, you got thousands of subscribers, right? I've got like 30. So
yeah, which means I don't need to do a show every day. That's the point. I'm already there. I'm already making money.
Where I am. I got 30 subscribers. Nobody cares, right? So when I stream, and I don't stream, nobody cares. So, but nah, that's the truth, right? I'll be most probably doing a show tomorrow, right? Because my off day's been changed again to Monday. So I'm just trying to round up some Malaysian, Manchester United fans and Liverpool fans and let them have a go at it, right? Before the game plays tomorrow night. In our time, which would be tomorrow, Tuesday morning in Malaysia, right? Usually my shows will be around 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. BST, right? That's about, I think, somewhere in the mornings for you guys in America, right? So let's see how that goes. Just changing some times and schedule, and maybe I'm just planning some things. Let's see whether I can get another host to come on to do some shows for Persuasion when I'm not free, right? And let's see how that goes. You can find me, of course, on Persuasion TV at YouTube, doing one show a week at least. That's all. For the time being.
Sounds good, my man. Sounds good. Folks at home.
Steak.
We are going to go now, and we will be back. When's our next game?
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest on Sunday. Good deal. So Nottingham Forest on Sunday. We will be back for another post-match show late into the evening for you guys to rant and rave. You'll be able to find me on Henry Wright TV tomorrow, 8:30 UK time, 3:30 Eastern time here in the US of A. And then I'll be popping around here and there. And even when I didn't do shows on my own channel, I was still on other people's channels, by the way. So I was still out there. But you got to do that. So I didn't take a whole 2-month break like Stell did. Well, I wouldn't mind it right now, to be honest with you. But I enjoy doing my shows. It's getting it started is a little bit of a thing. 'Cause like when I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh man, the show starts in 10 minutes. But then once I get it going, I'm having a good time. Once I hear the music, once I hear the
steak,
this music coming in, and I'm like, what's going on? And then my mood gets better, and we do a good one. Folks at home, we will see you back. Make sure you check out Henry Wright TV tomorrow for that show, because I'm sure it's going to be a fiery one. I'm sure I can already tell you that based off just the group chat, which I wasn't involved in, that me and Sav are going to have a go tomorrow.
Yes, Will.
I love Sabbath though. And
we all do.
Then we'll probably Friday night over on Tottenham away. We'll be doing that Spurs Americana show for all the guys over here in the Americanas. And then so make sure you be checking that out. And then we'll see you guys back here on Sunday on THFCRants. And I'm getting the remember you guys I talked to you guys last time about planning for the channel. So I've already got the professional preamp thing.
It's not a Game Boy.
It's not a Game Boy. It's a big old audio thing that allows you to basically take a camera like this, right? And this screws into the bottom of that. And then now you can use like this type of microphone on your camera. So when I change the channel over, we're going to be doing all, I always say this and I never do it, but this time we're actually doing it. We'll be doing other kind of stuff, vlogging stuff, interview type stuff, stuff like that. So, I mean, I've got the, I've got all the gear, and we'll be doing, reviews on this and how you can do it too. But, yeah, all the good stuff. So make sure you stay tuned to that. So if you are subscribed to the channel, and when we switch it over, don't unsubscribe. I had like 7 people unsubscribe after talking last week. I was like, what? You don't want to do that? It's not changing. It's just evolving into more, not less. So,
are you changing the name, Will?
Yeah, I'm going to change the name a little bit because it's not going to be just Tottenham content anymore, right? Like I had the USMNT Rants channel and it was just too much of a pain to like schedule on both different ones. And I'm like, why should I try to build that one up to 2000 when I've already got this one at 2000? Why not just do content in both? Because to be honest with you, and I'm going to be doing other types of content too. Korea, internet, just whatever international content, Champions League, even if we go out, why try to build 5 different channels when I can just change the name of this one? And this show can still be called THFCRants, whether I do it on this channel or I do it on other channels. You know what I'm saying? Like this show can still be about Tottenham, the post-match show, blah, blah, blah. And I can still do other stuff as well. Because we always did USMNT watch-alongs on this channel anyway. So... but rather than just be a Tottenham channel, I want to be more channel, and I want to do reviews. I want to review crap like this. I want to tell people why they need this and how this is. Yeah, a Will channel because I'm Will. This is my name is Will, and this is my channel, right? So I want to be able to do more stuff like that. So I got a monitor too, like an outside monitor, like one of those little 7-inch screens that goes on top of you, and the rig and all that stuff, man. I can make some movies now. Make some movies. Not those kind of movies. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Featuring Cubed and Guguma.
But anyway,
wankety wank.
We'll be back for that, so make sure you stay tuned. Don't unsubscribe to the channel, subscribe to it, and yeah, we'll be doing all that stuff. So stay strong, stay Spurs,
stay stakey,
stay stakey.
Come on, you Spurs.
Don't play with your wanky. We'll see you next time.